The weekly candle last week was a green week, but it was preceded by 3 red weeks. What does the SPY look like on the weekly? Another, basically the same thing, but the SPY, as I've mentioned, is a skosh off all-time highs. We're about 2.5% off, 2% off all-time highs, so very much nearer the all-time high look.
Someone said before we sent it off, they said that we missed their super chat on Palantir.
I'm so sorry.
I don't see anything on Palantir.
Funding?
Yeah, I'm in that right now. We apologize, but I don't see a super chat on Palantir.
What do you guys think?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You see it?
I see it, yeah. $2 Canadian, so we hit this.
Oh, man, we definitely can't send it over there. These guys owe us at least 2.5 hours now.
Well, let's look at Palantir here. So I'm assuming, Palantir, what do you guys think? Back up past VWAP. Okay, so he's talking about intraday.
Intraday.
Let's have a look. Oh, sorry, guys. PLTR. There we go. Downtrend, unbroken. This looked like a bull flag. So I'm sorry you got caught on that, but that was a 930 breakout, and then you had that consolidative look, and like quite frankly, it was higher lows on that consolidative look, but once that broke, it was basically sailing down, and now you're unbroken lower highs. VWAP, you got to get back into 136. It's showing 134.80. Maybe there's a market on close or an order there that comes in the close that pushes this back up, but you're not breaking the downtrend. That's very clear. Since you lost VWAP, it's been a symphony of lower highs, and none of those lower highs have been broken. Lower lows, lower highs as well. So I would say, if it's a guess, it's all that it is, 136 might be tough to get to, 135.90. But I'm sure the boys can give you their look as well as the Katina Man and Neil trade Palantir far more than I do. So they'll give you their look as soon as we send them over. And now they owe us 2 in the bag, Joey. We're going to hope everybody has a great weekend. Don't leave me hanging.
Yes, sir.
And we'll see you guys, everybody, bright and early on Monday, 8 a.m. Peace.
Thank you there, Sharif, and welcome back. You're not going to do the last story because it's 2 o'clock. You're not going to go over time. But then we get that super chat in there that you missed, and you got to give us an extra.
So that's what they get for missing super chats, you know.
What's up now? We don't miss super chats over on this side.
No, we don't miss anything over here.
Well, I miss super chats all the time. I know it's so cap. We do miss some super chats every now and then. Never intentionally. Like it's always our intent to make sure we answer as many questions as possible, including some on TikTok, which I'm just gonna make sure.
What's up, Thanos?
We're still rocking. I see Thanos in the chat. People talking about Ion Q up in here. Rivian Millionaires there. Mike Peter Ryder, I see you. What up?
No, not that guy.
You know what? You know what's good? Is Mike P on a Friday? I'd expect it by now you would just be belligerent in the chat and just sort of.
But it's like, how many people do you know go by like all 3? Like it's Mike P. DeRider, you know?
Well, actually, it's Mike. Oh, when did this? Hold on a second.
Change?
There's multiple.
I always
did you change the name? I just saw Mike. Okay, so there's Mike P. Is Mike DeRider. But then there's Mike Philip. Mike Philip DeRider.
That would be Mike P. DeRider, yeah.
Okay, so is this? Hold on a second. Okay, so this is the problem. You make it confusing because I know we have some regulars in the chat. No, but now simultaneously they're both in the chat.
Oh yeah, he's funny like that. He has multiple accounts. This guy.
Oh, that's how you.
This guy's a trickster.
See, you can't do that because as you get up in age, you know, you're just messing with me, and it's a Friday on top of that. So don't be messing with us on a Friday, Mike. But we'll have some fun this afternoon. The market is. Well, it's not really doing a heck of a lot, although it is slightly trend downside. There's a lot of bamboozlement all over the place. NVIDIA's down 3%, which you probably know by now. It hasn't been that good. CoreWeave has been an absolute dumpster fire. You guys were just talking about Palantir. Palantir's only down 0.5%. And someone mentioned the earnings name for Monday, which will be BBAI. That'll be something we talk about more on said Monday. I'm only in IBIT and then rack space. And for the record, I'm just going to say it now. I'm in RXT. When you hear me say RTX later on, my bad, I'm not actually trading Raytheons. I'm an IBIT. Basically, just why do you have to hit that? I'm letting people know I'm going to make the mistake because I've been making it all the time. And I'm just keeping it real. It happens. So I'm in this, and I'm in RXT.
You make one mistake, man. Andre is just like. No wonder she've called this guy an assassin. Yeah, exactly. No wonder why this guy's.
These guys were talking about the Bay of Pigs
crazy
during the midday, and like we got tinfoil hats going on.
Crazy assassination.
Next, we'll be talking about the Gulf of Tonkin, and we'll get demonetized.
This guy's long. Okay, yeah. I think we can switch over to the long. We're just trying to go one more short here on Google, but we'll see. We were good here, and then now we're just averaging it up into 308, and looks like it's trying to break out now. We're not going to stay in this for a long time. I think yesterday we had seen the tides turn a little bit, to the downside, or sorry, to the upside, because when they start to turn on the buy programs, yeah, you don't want to be caught. The Qs are now above VWAP, so I could definitely see something getting pretty spicy here as we continue to go long on the market, short here on Google against 308. So. Yeah, we're right here right now, getting close to being stopped out. That high is 308.30, so I think we can stop ourselves out if that winds up hitting. But yeah, that's what we're doing right now. All right, let's go over to Neil, and then we'll come back. We got Sharif. We're going to do some rundown of all the names you guys want us to do, and then we'll talk about some of our positions, some of the trades we made, some of the trades we're looking at, and a lot of fun yet to be had. What's up, Neil?
It is the final afternoon of the week, and we're wrapping things up for the first week of the Trader TV Academy. The feedback from those already in here has been awesome and incredible. It's great to see so many traders hitting the ground and running with all of the modules. And don't forget, we're going to be dropping fresh updates daily in the news feed, so make sure you're checking in there for the latest. We're all in there every single day. Myself, Sean, Sharif, Brendo, Joe as well. Join hundreds of active traders already in the mix, and get started today for an introductory rate of $480 US for the first 4 months. Don't get left behind.
Do not.
Scan the QR code on the screen and head to Trader TV Academy to start building your foundation right now. And you know what? I want to shout out to Derek, who basically just posted "Have a good day, everyone" this morning in the community. So want to appreciate you there, Sharif. Joseph was posting, I said myself and Sean, and Brennan a little bit earlier. We're there every single day. And, well, when Sharif's ready, we're going to do the rundown for sure. But did we just get a super chat, or was that already there? Okay, we did just get a super chat from David. Not big deal, but I knew the second I said we don't miss super chats, this would happen.
No way.
But you've missed hundreds of my super chats.
That's cap.
Okay, why switch to new stream? It's advantageous, one uninterrupted.
Why switch to new stream? It's advantageous one. Oh, why?
Oh, so why do we have separate streams?
Yeah, I mean, that was something that we were discussing. Remember, it was because we wanted to give the notifications.
I think that's what it was.
Going through.
I think we did try at one point continuous, and this worked out better.
We can probably fix that now. I don't know. We're trying to. Yeah,
but I'm going to call cap on that. I don't think. Look, we're not perfect. We'll miss
I've already
questions.
called cap on that.
We'll miss super chats every night. We've not missed hundreds of super chats. Maybe at best one
maybe tens,
or two a week or something like that, but hundreds is a little bit crazy.
But yeah, thank you for sending it through now, and we will make sure to look for all the super chats. And we actually have Andre's actually great at this stuff, man. He lets us know immediately if there's a chat. Obviously, we're sitting here trading live and whatnot.
You're not going to believe what just happened.
Sometimes there's
You're not going to believe this.
Oh, ALBT. I know. I just saw your screen.
I cannot believe this did it again. It stopped this morning at $1 exactly. Exactly $1 is the high. It just broke the dollar and went clean 20 pennies. This stock is in love with no stock that I've ever seen has done this with the dollar level so cleanly a couple of times. Like, it's basically broken out 2 days in a row off the $1. Like, resistance at $1 in the afternoon yesterday, and then break out $1. Resistance at $1, and then break out $1. So bye-bye to, what do we say this? Avalon. Avalon Global Care. That sounds like it should be like Globex.
Like a healthcare thing.
No, like what's the, what's the,
what are you trying to get?
In the dodgeball movie, what's the name of the gym?
Oh, yeah, Globe, yes. Oh, man.
That's what.
Here comes Google back in, but Globe, yeah.
Global, is it Global Gym? It's just
Globo. Maybe that is what it is. Did someone put that in there? Globo Gym.
Well, these guys are Globo Care. Yeah. So what they should do is
we're starting to ring the registers over here on a little bit of these trades over here. Good job here for Google. Just fading right back out. Now this is going to be a money trade, but we got to get out if we're going to capture any profits. Yo, my guy over here, look, this just came in. All right, this is going to be funny because shout out 22 months.
Oh, my God.
That'll play.
All right, are you the same in real life since you're famous? I know you're not talking to me, I ain't famous, man. But if you are talking to me, for me, this is real life. I'm literally, I mean, you see the way I'm dressing and the way I'm acting and the way I talk and all, this is literally what I do in said real life. Oh shit, here we go, okay. But this is basically, how I am in real life. You can you can find me tomorrow night at the rink, and I'll be acting exactly like this. It's actually funny, when we were playing in Brampton, I get recognized in Brampton. I get not recognized at all in Toronto. Both times I traveled to the United States. One time I was in a crumble cookie with my daughter. The dude recognized me. The other time I was in Shake Shack with my family, recognized.
It's always linear.
It's insane. One was in Miami, one was in Boston, and then here in Toronto, it doesn't matter. But like, I go to Tim Hortons, they just know me as a coffee guy.
But here's the weirdest thing is
I work 5 minutes.
But I've been recognized more times in Toronto.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. See, that's because you're famous. So there you go. This question's for you, Neil.
No, but it's whatever.
This ain't for your boy over here, man.
First of all, no, I'm actually
famous.
I'm actually
Kanye famous.
Just so you know, like I'm one of those. I'm one of the lizard people. Like I'm here to take over the world.
Okay.
You know, actually, no, I'm not a lizard person.
That's a bit aggressive.
If you remember Chappelle's show, I'm Bibble from Chappelle's show. Right, so all of the major technological advances that you've seen in the world in the last like 50 years, that's all from me, because I come from some planet outside. Anyway, utter nonsense.
You guys are funny. People saying we're going to need security here soon. We used to have a very, very good security system around here, and then all of a sudden my jacket got stolen one day, and it was like now we've got lockers over here. And we had Tony watching the.
That was the second break.
Shout out to Tony, man.
Tony's good people.
If I ever see that guy again, he's coming immediately back on the show. That guy.
He was good people.
That guy is the.
That's a good question.
That guy's the best. Yeah, he's from Georgia, so Chinese guy from Georgia. How many of those do you know?
One.
This is what I'm saying about me being real.
One.
Like I know.
Are
we live now? Am I allowed to say that?
I know one. What are you allowed to say? Why can't you say that? It's factually true.
Yeah.
Legitimate question.
Well, I was asking
my
if there
answer was one.
Oh, one. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's Tony, and that's about it. Are we ready for the rundown? All right. So apparently we're ready for the rundown. We don't want to make Shreet wait on a Friday, but as you can see, I'm now dragging this out a little bit, so we're waiting just a little bit longer.
Well, apparently Joe says we owe them 2.5 hours.
How much time we owe Joe?
I'm not sure exactly how that happened over here.
How was the cookie, Joe?
He's not having the cookie, man. He's waiting for the pie. He wants the blueberry pie.
I can't even eat
I'm supposed to bring in a blueberry pie, actually. I can't believe I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah, we never got Joe a pie.
This weekend, a blueberry pie. I'm going to bring you one in from Farm Boy. That might be okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said blueberry. Oh, peach. Okay.
Peach.
We about Georgia over here.
Joe likes to eat that peach.
Okay. We'll get him that. We'll get him some peach pie. I think that's going to be a good one. Peach pie is very, very tasty. There's no doubt about that.
Oh yeah, it's very tasty.
Tony Pepperoni. Yeah, that was. He had the best nicknames. There's no beating Tony.
Tony Pepperoni.
Yeah, remember, it was Tony the Tiger. We had Toronto Tony.
Yo, Tony the Tiger.
Yeah, well, Tony the Tiger's not original.
Tony Pepperoni. All right, let's actually do this rundown before Shreet gets mad at us.
Okay. Good guys.
Welcome to the Afternoon Rundown, everyone, the show where you decide what we talk about every afternoon. Neil, Sean, they're locked and they're loaded on this Friday, and they're ready to look at the tickers as decided by you. But the only way to get your tickers on the Afternoon Rundown, you got to join us in the chat and you got to vote. Super simple to vote. You throw in that $sign followed by whatever ticker your heart so desires. Let's look at all four major averages before we go into the first name. Triple Qs down the least of all four major averages, but all four major averages are red. The Qs down 0.65, the SPY down 0.78, the Dow Jones Industrial DIA ETF down 1 1/3, but the IWM Russell 2000 ETF absolutely getting clipped, 2.15% negative and barely off the lows. Let's look at another name that's getting clipped on the day, and that's been getting clipped for the last couple of days since earnings. NVIDIA losing 180 and literally at the day's low, 3.5% in the Ville of negative. However, there is no specific catalyst today for NVIDIA. It has been selling off since its earnings day. Today, we found out that they're going to throw another $30 billion, boys, OpenAI's way.
Throw that $30 billion towards tradertv.live, and we'll tell you what to do with it instead of throwing it at OpenAI. No, the catalyst is a continuation on earnings, right? So it's more of the same. I don't want to look, NVIDIA had a good, strong quarter. The growth was fantastic. You can say whatever you want about the sentiment in the market. You can't really point to anything in the report fundamentally that was really bad. I mean, the concern, again, is going to be everyone's like, when the music stops, what does it look like in this AI trade? And so you're getting the punishment right now. I'd like to think that we hold on to, forget about the 200 period moving average. I think we could see that on Monday. It's the 170 level. You could break the 200 period. You got to hold on to the 170. This entire time we've been complaining about 194 not breaking. There's been support down at 170 bucks. And it's been a while since NVIDIA. Like NVIDIA has been holding this level the same way that the SPY and the Nasdaq have been kind of barcoding at the top. Actually losing that support would be bad for the market, but it hasn't happened yet. I'm going to come in with the attitude of next week, anticipating a dip buy in that 70 to 75 range. As for today, I mean, what can I tell you? It's trend down. It looked, you know what? It looked really good off of the open at one point. Like you had this going on, and then you broke out. Look at the buy come in at about 10 o'clock, and it seemed like, okay, boom, and then you're bouncing off VWAP. This is going to be a long, and by the time we ended the morning show, it's just another, the bulls couldn't take control, unfortunately. So yeah, wait for next week. I think the 70 to 75 zone can be a nice little spot. I'd be surprised if that sells through the first time it gets challenged. That would actually be a shock to me. So I think we're going long next week, but today, NVIDIA remains a sell, and go look at any of the other chip names, you'll probably find the same thing. Like usually this is when we'd point to, by the way, AMD's down 2.7%, and by the way, ARM is down, and by the way, Broadcom is not having, wait a minute, it's actually not that bad, it's only down 1%. Hey, yay, Broadcom, look at that.
Maybe Intel.
See? Broadcom is only down 1%, and it's above the volume-weighted average price, so not everybody's getting smoked.
Oh, wow. Bitcoin's back to 65,000. I just want to say we're starting a new position here in Netflix against 95. Like, it feels like there's some kind of a, I don't know if there's, I mean, some kind of a buy program. I don't know, but it just keeps on representing this 50-period moving average right here on. We're probably going to get to Netflix, I would imagine, but, I'm going to buy a little bit more there, and then we're going to watch out for 95 break. Okay, we can, I don't really want to give it down to here, but that's not horrible. Down into the 80s, maybe we'll do that. I was going to give it back breaking through right here. If we can break this area, then let's get out, man. Breaking 95, give it a couple more pennies than that, and we'll work on a downside play there. Okay, that was, the question was regarding NVIDIA. So, yeah, NVIDIA was fine today until it broke, and, whatever. This was an automatic trade for me. I wasn't even here. I put a bid at O's. Once it broke, we gave it 11 cents, and we got out of it. Up. We basically bounced it off VWAP a couple times there. Good trading until basically it wasn't. And, yeah, this is just like, look at it just represent and respect this 50-period moving average all the way down. And that's not necessarily what you want to see, obviously, as a shareholder or as a day trader looking to go long. If anything, it's a short. It's going to continue to be that until it's out of its own way. The low looks like 170 there. Not sure if that's going to come into play. But you know what? Like, look how easy trading is when you actually are playing the right names, right? I mean, here's Netflix right now. We just bought a little bit off that move. We'll offer some 62s, see if we get it. Then we'll offer some 70s. Then we get 62s. And it's not like it's a big trade. We're long at 48s. But here it is, man. That's 20 cents. Trying to add a little bit more to this. But it's trying to go upside right now is Netflix. So we'll just continue to watch that. But yeah, NVIDIA's a problem for a minute, right? I was hoping that AMD would have been a trade through 200 today, and I just didn't have enough patience to take that rate away off the open. That's right at 930, and then it was pretty choppy back and forth. It looks like 200 now VWAP. If we can get something up there, that would be okay. But today at 218, being a Friday, I'd like to see the Nasdaq try to start to rally a little bit here as we're getting lower highs. Higher lows right there, and maybe right here. So it looks like we're trying to get going there, back up. But if we don't break VWAP, going long seems to be a little bit of a death wish there. So, all right, that was NVIDIA. Let's go see stock number 2.
I think you just mentioned.
Well, we're talking about Netflix, Sean. I mean, we're seeing Katina Man in Netflix right now, but Netflix is up 13% because they are out of the Warner Brothers deal. In fact, at a town hall this morning, the CFO, I believe, Bruce Campbell of Warner Brothers, said Netflix had the legal right to match the PSKY offer. As you all know, they ultimately decided not to do that. That then resulted in a signed agreement with PSKY as of this morning. So that's where everything stands, guys. PSKY in for WBD, Netflix out.
Yeah, well, I'm sure Bruce Campbell there, as you mentioned, will be probably happy that the evil deal is dead. And if you don't see what I did there, then you really
I do not.
You've never seen The Evil Dead?
No, I don't think so.
It's hilarious. It was like a, I don't know, it was like a cheesy horror film that turned into like a cult classic. Bruce Campbell was the name of the actor.
Okay.
It's
I
kind
feel
of.
like I should definitely know that. But
Well, I'm trying to think. He's done some other stuff too.
I'm too famous to know that one.
What else? He's done some other stuff. Other people would know him. Yeah, he was in Hercules and Xena. I don't. Russell over here is like telling. Mention it. Yeah, Evil Dead's great.
Right, so you want Mike over there? Or?
Yeah, he's got a chainsaw, he's got a shotgun. This is my boomstick. And he says he tells Wolf. Anyways, pun out of here. Netflix is what we're supposed to be talking about.
Come on, Neil.
I know.
I feel like you're not focused over here, Neil.
Well, I've lost my train of thought now. It's a good movie. You probably would enjoy it. All right, so Netflix, we talked about this being a trend break. I actually said this morning that I thought next week we could get to $100. I wasn't really sure it would be that strong today. I was looking for a dip into, I think it was like $87 when I looked at a 30-minute chart. It turns out that, look, they get 2.8 bill when this breaks up, and that'll be a quarter of their, relatively speaking, you're talking about a quarter of the 25 net income. So that's a significant chunk. It's a decent amount they're going to get. And on top of that, the market didn't seem to like this deal for Netflix anyways. So you throw those two things together. I think it's a long until it gets to at least $100. But I really thought we'd get, why is this, okay, Friday chart, right? It's probably that trend line that's bugging it out. Russell's phone is like hockey night in Canada music every time it rings. No, but I think this is a strong one. I think you're playing this into $100. The trend for me today.
Damn you, Google.
It's now done. It's got an all-day trend line going. So when there's an all-day trend line, I do look for a reversion play. But until it breaks the trend, I wouldn't touch it. And I thought we just saw Super Chat, and I was running my mouth through it, so we missed it. But there's a headline: AI spending is on track to exceed levels seen during the dot-com bubble for Morgan Stanley. Thanks, Morgan Stanley.
Yeah, nice one.
That's why you're down 4% today, Morgan.
Okay,
No,
well,
it's not.
we're talking about Netflix here. The market's going for a nice little dive here a little bit over the last 10 or so minutes, trying to find a base at the 50 period. We were just at VWAP, nice move down, starting to pull back a little bit here. So all that I'm going to do with Netflix is, what? How come I normally buy that? Oh, I'm at 35. Oh, yeah, because it's come up. Oh, I was sitting down here at 35. I should have been at 40. Whatever. Hopefully we'll get it. All right, long story short, yeah, I mean, look, it took a while, right? I mean, there's no doubt that if you waited for Netflix, we were sitting here the last couple months and just saying, like, there's probably a better thing if Netflix doesn't get this deal, because we had seen the way the chart reacted to Netflix, right? And it didn't like, maybe having to go and spend that cash. We know cash is king right now in this market, especially with what's been happening in the marketplace right now. And it was just a downside, basically, like, waiting until this happened, and there it is. So I didn't think it would spike up this much on, the fact that they're not doing the deal anymore, but the market is very, very clear that Netflix doesn't need this Warner Brothers acquisition. I think that there's something to be said about all of the content that Warner Brothers and Paramount are going to be having, and I think that they do provide a good competition there for Netflix. The question now becomes, do they have to go through regulatory hurdles now to get that deal done or not? Because there was talk about how Netflix might have been too much of a superpower if they got it done. But if you see, I heard Sharif actually mention in the middle of the day there that PSKY was up like 20-something%. So the market definitely likes this for all things today. Warner Brothers, good, they're going to get 31. Paramount's getting a huge bid right now as well as they acquire, and Netflix getting a bid as well as they puff pass. So I feel like it's a good day for the media streamers today, and no matter where you are, you're doing well. So unless we can check out what Disney's doing, I don't think that's, well, Disney's never really been moving around on this at all, so probably nothing happening there. But okay, well, Disney a little bit of a bump there, considering what the market's down. The ES is also down today, so here it goes, man. It's good day for content providers, it looks like today. So yeah, I think it's the one that we're always looking for. We found it. It's Disney today. Sorry, it's Netflix and Paramount, both up nicely. So congratulations if you're able to hold on for dear life, as most of us did on that Netflix trade.
SOFI is absolutely getting destroyed, guys. It's down about 9% and close to going SSR on the day. There's no headline on SOFI. There is some mixed option sentiment here that I was able to find. Feels like maybe the market is continuing to react, guys, to the sell-off in these financial names as some of these clawed agents now look to do their job, guys. SOFI down with a low of 1732, down 8.8% on the day.
Well, look, the thing that really sucks about SoFi today is you can't really, I don't know that you can blame this move on just the XLF and some of the financials, because most of the flush down was because of that issue in England, right? Like you basically had a big lender there kind of blow up, and a few names were struggling. Barclays was down 5% over that in a week last night. But SoFi shouldn't be that tangled up in that mess. So today it's kind of falling on its own, which is not a good sign. That just means there's nobody, since we lost the trend and since this lost the theme of green after earnings, there's nobody on the bid. There just hasn't been anybody on the bid supporting any of these lower highs. And it's not good, because it feels like we could be headed all the way back to the low teens. It just doesn't seem anything stopping this. And with the lack of a true catalyst today, again, I'm not blaming it on the XLF. I feel like there were certain names that were related to the contagion in Europe, and this shouldn't be one of them. I don't like it. It's a short till it's not. It should have been a short today. We've preferred short on this for the last couple of sessions, and for some reason today, I just did not see this one coming. Because when it lost 19, it was at 18 very quickly. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the low teens, but it's going to become, I don't know exactly where I want to buy this one yet. I know if we're down at 15, that's where I'm starting to think about jumping back into some shares. And I still hold shares. From what I've sold at the top, I'm looking to buy the dip, but it's not yet. We're still trend down, and this is a bit of a warning sign today, because I don't know that there was a specific reason why it should have been this bad. The market isn't really falling all over itself. So yeah, not looking good for SoFi at all.
So I was just talking about that. Like, they got to figure out that regulation. So
well, it's trading at a pretty weird price for WBD. Like the fact that it's at 28.2, I saw somewhere that it might still look for a close this year, third quarter, which would be nonsensical, because if it's 31 by the third quarter, there's no chance you should be trading the way down here if you think there's a good shot the deal closes. So there must be, either they're going to give us a new close date, which might be sometime into next year, or there might be some actual regulatory hurdles for WBD, because that's seeming like a value. If I see this thing tank, every now and then you will get a buyout that does a move down for no reason. It happened to WonderFi. WonderFi is a 36-cent deal that you could have had at 25, 26 cents at the end of last year, and it's going to close sometime this year. And like basically to hold it for a year, you got a free 30%. And it's already back to where it should be. If Warner Brothers does that, I might take a swipe at it, but not yet. Give it a couple of days.
Yeah, look, here's a reason for SoFi. Bitcoin's getting hit, right? I mean, and we've seen Bitcoin down 3% today. So not only do you get the banks going to the downside, you also get crypto going down. And I mean, crypto has been a case for Robinhood as well, right? And, we clearly saw, for anybody that doesn't think they're connected, like, we had a big run up, in crypto the last couple of days, right? Where we got to that 68 or 69,000 level, and then we fell off. And today we're falling off again. So what does Robinhood do? Down another 5%. I feel like, although I don't know if they should all be connected, definitely not as much as they are, but we saw on Robinhood's quarter and on SoFi's that there still is a percentage of business that's dealt with in crypto trading, and if the market's going to go to the downside, Bitcoin anyways, then yeah, no surprise there about SoFi. SoFi is another position of mine as well that we hold in the long term, and very surprised. Like, I remember I bought some at $22 on the way down in. So now the fact it's at 17 ain't great. Here's 22 right into here, into this level. So I thought this was going to be a good buy, because here's the quarter right here. Like, how do they put that quarter out right here? And it was a decent quarter. It actually bumped up. And then I remember that day it was up like 7 or 8%, and we're like, yeah, good. SoFi's getting right back up to the highs again. And then that day, this is the day, we can even look it up, man, the January 6th, it just fell off, and then it could not recover, right? This is one of those ones where day 3 would have hurt, because you would have maybe bought some there thinking it was going to recover, and then it's just like basically no up days at all for SoFi. So yeah, it's a worry spot for me and for many others, I would think, SoFi. But if you're in it for the long term, then who cares anyways?
David's got a super chat. Actually, we have 2 super chats, but David has one on topic.
What up, my guy?
SoFi sells their ABS to JPM, BlackRock, etc. So it's connected to the story from earlier on in the week. There was a different story overnight in Europe. That's the one that's not connected. But you're absolutely right about that, David. And there was a second super chat, which we said we don't miss super chats, and I don't know if we got this one, so I'm going to throw this one up. Patrick J. Del Valle.
Okay, so my gut is that if you're going to predict what NVIDIA's call was, right, and we said that we thought NVIDIA was going to be a banger, they were going to report better than expected, they were going to do everything, and then all of a sudden to see the reaction that NVIDIA stock has to the quarter, right? And it just depends on if they turn the systems on or not. You know, like we saw yesterday, Trade Desk really bump higher, and today we're obviously not seeing anything like that happening in Duolingo or anything like that. Here's BBAI, and I thought we did a little bit of this yesterday, and it was just like this is just, you know, negative EPS, negative EPS, negative EPS, expecting a negative EPS. I just think if they can turn it, they got some deals this past quarter, right? We saw with the U.S. government as well as the Kraft Group, which is nothing, but it was just in the Patriots where they played Gillette Stadium, the sensors and the security gates and everything in there were Big Bear AI. And so, you know, you'd be surprised. If you're working at an airport, you probably know a little bit about Big Bear AI. I think we've heard that travel's increased, you know, over this past year. We see the airlines going to the upside. And then you have some good talk about the World Cup coming. We just had Olympics, and you know, we have some other things where security is going to be obviously a very big issue. So, do I like the stock? Yes. Is it going to be hard for me to say, like, let's go in here and buy this? Of course. I mean, you take a shot if you're buying anything pre-earnings. So this is like its own option now. It's only $4. So if you want to drop like a couple $1,000 in this or whatever, like, I don't know where it's going to go, but there's also a 30% short float. So if that number does turn EPS positive, I really think this thing is going to sing. And you could get right back into this $5 range real quick. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for, but thank you for the super chat. And again, I'm just trying to like layer things out, right? The contracts they got, where this world is going. So yeah, Big Bear AI should be a win, I think, on earnings. But if that EPS is like worse than expected, then I don't know. I don't know what to think. But there's been many.
Well, you never know. Okay,
there's been many names that have had bad.
Here's an example.
And good guys.
SMR is not really moving that much today. But they missed their revenue, and the I think the revenue miss was like something in the line of 80%.
Right.
Something insane. And that's not down 20% because it's at a support zone. Right? So it's at a long-term support zone, so it's not really falling apart. And that's what can happen with some of those names. I think we have a couple more to go to, one of which is the Weave of Core. Possibly? Am I right about that?
We're gonna do OnMed, Neil. It's up 68.7%. One Med Net shares trading higher after the company announced the next phase of the commercial launch of its RWD platform with, you guessed it, powered by, I should say, Palantir Foundry. This one I was involved in, guys, during the midday. Kind of bull flagging here. What's your take on ONMD?
Palantir?
I didn't know that. I don't remember. See, I know we had talked about this morning. I don't remember hearing the Palantir factor. This was not, so this wasn't as clean off the dollar level this morning. It was a bit of a chop fest. Like, it got to $1, fail. Kind of looked like it would be weak. A bit of a fail at the open, and managed to hold on to about 90 cents. But now it's got all that in the rear view. Unfortunately, there's a line we like to say, this is a habitual line stepper. I mean, look at all the times since it became a penny stock that you have been bamboozled and fooled into thinking this time is different. So first off, it's made some moves that have sustained over $1 before, but I think once you get to like 1.5 to 2, like that range, it's the kind of stock that you probably want to ring the register on. At least that's what it's been telling you. And even this afternoon, let's go back to a 3. It's holding on to VWAP, but look at the volume. This is the definition of not seemingly looking like it wants to make any kind of a bounce. So very light volume this afternoon. So good that it potentially has a little bit more room to go, but beneath VWAP, I don't necessarily love it. I'm in one of these things. RXT. See, I said it right.
Nice.
You always slow it down.
I like that.
That's for myself, so I don't say Raytheon again. No, I'm in a small capper, but it's under VWAP, right? So when something loses VWAP, fails the breakout, then you look for the short trade. I do feel as if this could do that this afternoon, but it hasn't yet. If it does, you could look for maybe a break under 115, play that to $1. My guess is you don't have free locates on this, so you'd have to pay to be able to do that, which I'm not going to do. But yeah, not bad, but it's a habitual line stepper. I wouldn't hold on to it too long.
All right, let's just, it's 2:35. We'll go back to the desk. We'll do that. And I want to talk about Palantir as well, but we'll do that when we're gone. So next stock up, BMNR.
CRWV.
Katina, man. It starts with a B, so you're close there. BYND up 23%. Not a bad look here. Guys, BYND on the week, by the way, up 46.75%. If you believe what Benzinga has here, they're expanding their Beyond Immersed Protein drink line with 4 new flavors. The beverages contain 10 to 20 grams of plant protein and about 60 to 100 calories. Investors await the March 10 earnings, though, with analyst expectations at around negative 11 cents per share on a loss of $63 million. On $63 million in revenue, as traders now bet the new beverage could revive sentiment, guys. 105 high, trading at 101.
Revive sentiment, huh?
I mean, breaking that high is interesting. I mean, I thought that we had, and I'm not even on it, I was looking at my other chart.
You seen the monthly chart on this thing?
Yeah, though, that's what I was going to say. Like, we had news. So I remember the story about protein and, like, you know, that they were kind of changing things up a little bit there. And then we got some big bounces. I thought this was the first time we heard that protein story was in and around $56, $57 or $57 and then we ripped up to $7 and came right back in here. So I think if you're going to support something, it would be down and around here, 66, 67 cents. I would fade this all day, man. And maybe we're just getting going, right? And the last time this sort of happened, we got one bump up and then we absolutely mooned. So yeah, wouldn't be surprised if there's something else brewing here for Beyond Meat. I wouldn't short it yet, but I would not, you know, any kind of a move on Beyond Meat, I'm very, very skeptical. This was, and we'll have to, I say was, because I don't think anymore. This had like a 60 or something % short float.
Yeah, it was huge.
Beyond Meat. So we can just have a quick little look here to see what it's currently at. Yeah, 32 right now. So that was part of that move higher, right? And the 30% is still huge on that. So, you know, done 120 million shares today. Good name, good level, lots of volume there. But I'm not super excited about it.
I actually turned around and just confirmed with Sharif there. Did you say the beverage? Beyond Meat is making a beverage. So the poll is, would you drink a Beyond beverage? Now, obviously, if you know me, then you know I'm about to vote no. So there it is. 22% of you, first of all.
I'm voting yes.
You're just doing that to troll.
No, I'm not. Because what does it matter? Like, honestly, like, okay, so I'm going to drink like a Tim Hortons protein coffee. Like, what do I care about? As long as it's been tested. I mean,
so you'd have, but that's
it's not the first thing that comes to my mind.
So you'd do it probably just to try to see if it's good, but you wouldn't have a second one.
Depends on what it tastes like.
You know, well, we had the burger ones. Actually, we did the Beyond Burger, the A&W one live on the show.
What is it? Is it pea protein?
And then after that, I never ate another one.
Yeah, they sold out of the beverages, says Danker. So there you go, Neil.
They sold out of the beverages?
Yes.
Bang! Yes, Adara. It's the minute Adara chimes in, I know it's legit.
Seriously?
No, but it's just one of those
That's
things.
what they said anyway.
Protein.
They said they were really successful. I mean, to be fair, they were also always going to be limited time. So take that how you will. Like, these were never going to be like a forever category. So I think in some way they almost like set themselves up to like look really good with that. But
right.
I'm always also very skeptical of companies' motives, as you guys know. So take that how you will as well.
Didn't the Beyond Meat guy
Good for them.
get into a fight and like punch somebody or
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm
Not
saying?
the CEO, but I think somebody in the management team.
think it might have
and
been.
I learned that from Mateo. I didn't even know that till recently. So
this
shout out to
story.
Mateo.
Yeah. Shout out to Mateo. Yeah, not shout out to me, of course. That's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Mateo's my guy too. Mateo's my guy. This guy's Italian, man. Mateo. Yeah. So no, I don't trust. Like,
Yeah,
honestly.
it was felony, battery, and making.
And it was at a college football game, right? I remember this story.
Yeah,
I believe there was
he bit a dude.
I was going to say, I think there was a
He
Mike
bit a-
Tyson moment.
He
Yeah.
thought the guy's nose was protein. That's probably why.
No, but the irony of like you basically try to eat the dude's nose
Yeah,
when you're
protein.
all about not eating meat. No, so it was like
We should have foresaw this. We should have foresaw
here's the
this
guy.
protein thing.
Here's the guy. Doug Ramsey, it was the chief operations officer beyond me. This was back in 2022. He was accused of biting a man's nose. What game was it?
He did. It was a college football game.
Yeah, Arkansas.
Yeah.
See, now
he took the Razorback thing a little too personally there.
Well,
I mean,
Big Ten fans wouldn't do that. The
oh
SEC
boy,
fans,
oh boy.
SEC fans, y'all crazy. That's the problem. Big Ten,
else.
we're nice, we're refined. Winner,
I love her saying we.
We're gonna do better in the tournament. I know. I'm a Michigan State fan.
As if you went there.
That's such a crazy story.
Yeah, I remember that story. That's why.
Yeah, but he's probably. That's the thing. You have a few too many drinks at the game.
Yeah.
Crazy things happen. But usually it's throwing a beer, not biting someone's nose.
Biting someone's nose is pretty hard.
Syllabic Freedom, my first ever super chat, missed. Oh, wait, we missed.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on. Now you guys are gonna be all over us.
This is trolling.
NFGC.
Too much trolling, brah.
NFGC. And by the way, if we don't answer it right away, it's not our.
It's a tilapia protein.
I love your show. Change my trading. Appreciate you, Neil. Can you look at NFGC? Okay, so first problem is you never want the. Okay, let me quickly show you. You never want the biggest volume day of the week on a stock to be a red day. So that's bad. Like it just had its biggest volume day of the week, trying to break through a resistance spot, and it failed it. So it's not a bad-looking chart. Like what was it we were just talking about? Beyond Meat's is a habitual line stepper. It was the other small capper, ONMD or whatever. That was habitual line stepper. This isn't really. Like it got to $1 and bounced, never turned into the penny stock, and has been trending up ever since. But see the rejection now twice of the 50-period moving average. Broke away from the 50. Now it's rejecting the 50. Like this is an on volume when it fails there. So until it can break back above, maybe wait for some, like it looks like waiting for some lower highs, or wait for it to break out above the 50-period moving average. It's kind of in a dead zone, where either you're buying support or you're waiting for the break. No volume today, this afternoon anyways. David, another super chat. I'll super chat 100 if you drink that with Adara on camera, Sean, but you have to sip it.
I don't know where do I get it? Where do we get it? I mean, for $100. Well, it's just going to the company anyways, but yeah, for sure. Can we? Is it in Canada? I might not be in Canada.
Most things are not in Canada right now.
You guys can find one and send it over here.
There. Oh, we have another super chat? Danny's Boy Disco Pants Emporium. Beyond Meat drinks are as groundbreaking as pizza in a cup. What do we even? What's going on? I know it's a Friday when. This is that's peak Friday talk right there.
This is not. These drinks are not like ground up Beyond Meat burgers or anything like that. Like, I mean, as far as I know, there's supposed to be some tasty treats.
Well, I don't know much of anything about it.
I don't know anything about it at all.
No, I don't know anything. I'd eat anything once, but I've already had the burger. I thought they were.
Oh, the burger is. I don't think they taste anything like the burgers. Does anybody in the chat even
my
had
take was
one?
just the burger was just nothing special. I would never eat it. I would just never eat it over a regular burger. If you get it to the point where it tastes just as good and you throw it on the grill and it cooks the same way, so I'm not messing it up. Like, cause that's a big thing too, right? Like if I'm sitting there and I can't cook it right on the grill, you'd rather overcooking it too easily. This is true of celiac. Like anyone who has celiac, if you've ever tried like gluten-free like pancakes, like they're impossible to make. Like an idiot can make normal pancakes, but like gluten-free pancakes, it's really hard to get them just right. So like little things like that actually matter when you're making that kind of a product. Get the cost right, get the health right, so it's not all super sodium, and make sure it cooks the same way, and then you get that job done. But I don't know, man. Like, I would try the drink. Maybe the stock will get a second wave. Oh, you know what? This wasn't on the rundown, but can we actually discuss CoreWeave, please? I was really surprised not to see CoreWeave down 22%. 22% after their earnings.
Go shorting the Nasdaq.
No, like this is nasty, and this is one of those. If NVIDIA's got it bad, then CoreWeave. I don't know. What way am I going to say it's worse? This might not slow down until it gets back to 60. Like the big significant level, $65. I think we could see that this week. It's been straight trend down. There's been not a single green candle on the 15-minute all day long. That said, it's SSR. If it puts one in, that could be a bit of a story. But my eyeballs are still, I'm trying to get back into IBIT, or reload IBIT, I should say, because I want to short Bitcoin into the close.
All right, here we go. This is the break that I'm going to take. So right here, futures breaking lower, finally breaking this afternoon, sort of malaise area of 48.80. We'll see if we can get down. I mean, obviously looking back at this, I mean, look, ever since we've been talking about this stupid Beyond Shake or whatever it is, VWAP's come and gone a couple times. We should have been paying much more attention to this. You're underneath the 200. We're underneath. So I think this break is going to be something. We just did not get it, did we? No. So it almost broke 80s right there. And when it does, then that should trigger me in. So that's what we have right there. And I'm going to take 2 units. It'll be like half of like, the most I'd like to take is like 5 units or so. And if if you're going to go with like 100 shares a unit, it's 500 shares or whatever. But we don't really talk about share size. So I'm going to, like, if there's a trade that I'm super excited about, I'll tell you the kind of units that I'm trying to trade here. But two is pretty good. So we'll trade that through back and forth there. And I do want to use kind of VWAP as our out. So that's part of how I assess the kind of risk, right? Is how far away, like what kind of a hit are we willing to take here on the idea? Because if it's just like, okay, we're going to break and, not have too much action. The problem is it's 245 now. I do think the market could slip here into the close. Underneath VWAP, we get NVIDIA still going down. Crypto's not, I shouldn't say it's not bouncing, but it's 65.3 right now. I can have a quick look at. I know it's lazy to look at IBIT. It's just we don't really have a great Bitcoin chart here. So here it is. Here's actual Bitcoin by itself. So we can have a quick little look. Go over maybe like a 3-minute chart. So this is what this looks like right now, obviously, as that's still coming back in. Oh, here, let's address this Netflix trade. So we only have about 1 unit here on Netflix, not quite yet. But it's dripping down, and this stop on Netflix might come through soon. A break of 95, I was thinking. That came right into there. So I'm still going to use that as a break, 95. Let's take this as an average spot, get a little bit more if we are able to down there on Netflix at that price. Right where we just wicked down to low there. Worth the shot here. We want to trade strong names long, and today Netflix is that 95.17. Okay, I'm going to go to 95.20. We'll go a few shares. There it goes right back up. That's okay. We're long and we're in the money now. So let's take out 15 cents or so right now. There it is. We'll take a 51. Thank you very much for that one. And then there it goes. So all we were doing is buying against this and buying strong name. So obviously we don't get into the futures. They didn't break. They almost did. But yeah, good out there a little bit. And we don't want to look this gift horse potentially in the mouth because it's just going to give us 15 cents again. We'll take it one more time, and then we can let the rest of this kind of run. But now you're underneath. Like I liked it a little bit better here, so I don't want to average in too much. Let's get out just in case that happens. I will take that little wick one more time in case the buyers do step in and defend 95 again there. But that's it for me. If that comes through, great. If not, then yeah, we'll just continue to see if this rides to the high side. And honestly, man, my trigger's already in. If this breaks 95, we're gonna get out. So that's my trade plan there for Netflix, as the Warner Brothers deal is looking like it's gonna be complete pending any sort of FTC decision or.
But at this point, even if the Skydance deal is done, there is no more Netflix. If they pulled out.
Yeah, they're saying they're done.
This would be, if for some reason,
but what if they came
Skydance doesn't close?
Yeah.
This could turn out disastrously for Warner Brothers shareholders if they don't close the deal, because then Netflix will have moved on, and who knows what happens to the stock. I'm not saying that they're not going to close the deal, but it's not trading today as if there's supreme confidence. That's all I'm getting.
Netflix is just not going to match that. If there's some reason this deal doesn't go down, maybe Netflix says, okay, we'll do 28.
But they could come back. But what if the deal doesn't go down? All of a sudden it's at like 25, and then by the end of the year, the market goes down. Netflix could come back and say, oh, well, they didn't close. Instead of 27.75, we'll give you 25 for it. Like, that's not impossible.
I just don't think the board would agree.
But then they'd be stuck. They could find themselves stuck. They need to close this. The Paramount needs to close this, I think. But anyways. We were talking about Bitcoin. We do actually, if you're trading a real trading, like we do have it. We do have it. Here, I can show it. We just trade IBIT. And the primary reason, at least I'm 99.9% sure this is the reason everybody trades the ETFs here, is when you're trading on a prop desk, you get capital and you trade company risk, right? So you're getting capitalized, and your account here is based on the market that you trade. So we have like an equity risk and like an equity buying power. but you'd have a separate risk and buying power if you were trading, say, the CME. And you'd have a separate risk in buying power if you were trading Europe. And you'd have a separate risk in buying power if you were trading currencies, right? So Forex would be separate as well. And that's also true of Bitcoin. So if you've been trading for a long time and have equity risk and equity buying power built up, you're not going to go to a new market where you'd have to start at a lower level. You would just trade normally on the ETF as opposed to coming in and trying to trade BTC USD, which we do have up here. It's the same reason why you will see Sean or anybody else trade the Qs instead of the actual futures, because you've built up your account on equities. So it's just easier to trade the ETF at real trading. Hopefully that answers that. We get that question a lot. So this is the trend line from the high on Bitcoin. I am trying to reload it on the trend line. As that moves down, I will probably move the reloads as, once again, Bitcoin languishes. Oh, and just a reminder, you will see today, well, you're 99.9% likely, there they are, already to see some bigger numbers at the end of this month for the imbalances. It's the MSCI rebalancing.
Boom.
At the end of the month. So you're going to see some big ones here. Oracle's already 2 million to sell, and it's not even 3 o'clock. XOM, 3 million to buy. There's some big expected movers into the close.
So exactly what we did. This is what we're talking about. Traders are going to trade. I don't know if we're going to have diamond hands or not. But there's, comes right down into that wick right there. We made another wick down to 95. That was scary. But there's that bottom wick there. Oh, I must have hit a wrong key there because we didn't mean to buy up there. But it doesn't matter. We don't have any different kind of shares. But there it is right there, 95.20. Nice move right into where we said we'd go. Remember, there was here, maybe we can zoom in a little bit. There, oh yeah, buy and sell in. Yeah, that was the wrong, I was on the wrong stock there. I was looking at the TQs and hit the wrong button. So immediately bought it back. Okay, so the price should be better than it is, but that's okay. Anyways, there's the move down. We flushed down into that bottom and we said, let's put it again in case the buyers come back. So they didn't necessarily come back, man. They tried to get that bid right away and then it flushed one more time. So I'm wondering if right now, that's why I'm like, okay, we got to get some more out. We'll get another out here at 29s. But, little nervous about it because these bottom wicks, although that was a good volume spike, feel like Netflix is trying to work its way back in. So let's see if they can let this ask go and get back there to the upside. I'm offering 48s right now, just ahead of 50, and then into the 80s if that wants to go. All right, that puts us back to you guys. So here we go, man. Put your questions and everything into the chat. This is what you guys vote on all the time, and we already did this rundown with Sharif. Adair's gonna be back there if anything does break. I just heard something in my ear about Trump talking about Iran again and things like that. I don't think it's anything serious right here, but because, yeah, so if Adair doesn't come with it, then we're not gonna worry too much. CDIO, that's cardio. We looked at that, yes. Okay, speak of the devil. BATL was a name that a lot of traders were looking at earlier. Oh, look, if I double, like fancy action going on there. All right, Adair, what you got for us then?
Like 5 minutes ago, there was a report from CNN suggesting there isn't any intel that shows Iran is actually trying to work on anything to hit the U.S. So it looks like Iran's not really interested in these strikes, again, according to that intel reported by CNN. But I want to talk about FNMA, which is pushing higher here. Michael Burry is saying he bought more Fannie Mae today. Back to you.
I can
Michael
look at
Burry's in Fannie Mae? I thought that was...
Yeah, these guys are all, him and Bill Ackman.
Well, Ackman I know.
So I don't know if that story just happened now. I mean, it's not doing any more volume here. I like to look at these when there's volume, and it looks like it's just picking up now, so there it goes. So that's a good little schedule for Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. But yeah, this is what it looks like. So they're getting crushed as well right now, as I don't know if Donald's bringing this thing back or not, but there was talk. I mean, this is the election right here. Oh no, right here. So right before the election, this is November, the date, November 6th, right here. It was $1 and change. And that right after that, it moved up to $4. And since then, it's just been bumping and grinding all the way up here, 14, 15 bucks. And now it's on its way down. So no surprise, Michael Burry comes out with this right as we're at like an inflection point for Fannie Mae. He doesn't want this thing to fall down through $7, that's for sure, because then after that, you're probably talking about a 550 area. So I think this is all, it's Bill Pulte, I think. You're gonna have to just keep your ear to the ground on any stories and do your own work on Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. I'm actually not, I like to trade these. I mean, I guess it's going up. We could try to punch 29s right here and see if it wants to go higher, but I'm not certain what Fannie Mae is gonna do now. on that kind of a report. So just be careful with it. You can also go for FMCC. And a big shout out to Jeff from OTC Markets. You know, good volume on this today, 2 million here. You can see the spreads 1 or 2 pennies. There's a lot of traders nervous to trade this, and for good reason. When they start to move, there are different rules about order entry and things like that. But if you educate yourself up on them, you can see that there is some possibilities there. But Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, good story there, Dara. Thanks for bringing it up. But you know, at the end of the day, a ball don't lie, as we say a couple times. And right now the volume's just kicked up, so we can see if it breaks long. It's just it doesn't seem to be too exciting right now. I'm going to take advantage of this recent move up there one more time. Oh, Netflix just went into the 30s, and I was talking about Fannie. So I don't know. We just got a bid there at 95 again, and then it just shot right back up. Like we just had basically a okay, we'll take some outs here in 24s. We just had that 30-cent winner all of a sudden, and we didn't get any out. So here we go. Okay, there we go. Now we get the 30s out. Now let's see if we can get back up to the upside. Here goes Netflix, guys. I mean, we're just sitting here trading, man, and having some fun, talking about Beyond Meat, talking about some Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and there it goes right now. Now we're 30 cents in the money on Netflix. So not too bad there for a bid. We'll see if it can get going. But I told you, I think it wants to go lower. I'll support this long, but I'm going to keep getting out as it keeps bumping higher here.
Yeah, I might get out.
I'm not sure about the futures anymore.
Rack space. I'm going to tighten up the stop. There was just a kind of a volume candle on this. It did one of those weird rinse jobs where it flushed, like the bid dropped for 10 cents. It's about a 20-cent move from the $2 breakdown, but then immediately snapped back up. So when I see that kind of a candle, if it breaks the top of that candle, I would just jump out. So instead of, I had moved my stop down to 195, but I don't think I'll take another trade in this when it just did a bottoming tail candle. IBIT just came back in. Ooh, CDIO might be moving, Bovin. IBIT just came back into the trend line, got to fill, but you give it a very, very tight stop though, because it has a chance to break the trend. And if it does, then I would wait for the volume weighted average price in here. If we break the trend line, I wait for 37.3 to reload, looking for the low of the day. And if there's other small cappers going, oh no, well, okay, this would be not by definition of holding VWAP. Like I would prefer something holding VWAP like this is holding VWAP on the way up, as opposed to it just had a bit of a death candle and is trying to bounce off VWAP. So that's not my cup of tea for an entry in the afternoon in the power hour, because I feel like that just broke the uptrend on CDIO.
So here you go, David. Look, I don't know how much a 12-pack of Beyond Meat drink costs, but if you can somehow send it here like
12?
I don't know what they sell it in. If you can send it COD, we'll pay for it. So don't worry about the shipping over there. But if you can get your if you can get your hands on it, I mean, I can check Amazon, but apparently they were kind of sold out over there. So I don't really know.
This is what happens.
I don't even really know what go on.
Now we're going to be drinking.
No, well, apparently it costs too much to ship over here. Let me know, David, what that price is. I think that could be fun.
Can't be that crazy.
It could be fun for some content. All right, and then if anybody's working at Beyond Meat, I don't know
double the stock price. Just
yeah. If anybody's working at Beyond Meat, I mean, always mentioned you guys about 500 times in the last hour. So that sounds like free advertising to me. And then you get the legend himself, Neil's going to drink it live on air. I mean, come on. You can't even pay for that.
You're the one that said that you would. I voted no in the poll.
Now, Beyond Meat would choose you, my guy. Don't worry. Or Joe, maybe.
See, there it is.
Here's okay, I'll super chat $100. Yeah, I know. We know that.
You didn't ask me to.
That's what I'm saying. So if Adara will drink it, that's fine.
Oh, yeah.
I'm down. I will do it. I will.
What is the problem with this drink?
I don't know why people are so upset. I think it's the idea, like guys, just because they're called Beyond Meat doesn't mean their drinks are made of meat. They do protein. It'll be a protein drink. I don't know all the hubbub.
Like, once Sharif sees these things, he might just take them from us. You know, I mean, 15 eggs or half of Beyond Meat.
Sharif will have a bunch. It's just, it's a weird thing to get into because...
No, Fabian, it's not called liquid meat.
There's so much competition in the protein
This
shake.
is getting to be too much. I better roll up something and win something over here.
Oh, you rolling up?
I'm going to at some point. Right. Bedroom makeover.
You're due by now. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I lost both of my electronic rolls as well.
Well, eventually.
How much money did you make today? Enough to pay for the shipping. All right, so let's get that in, and we'll see if we can do that. And enough to pay for $1.83 of a coffee right here. I put in oat
It's
milk.
made of people.
Well, if that Beyond Meat guy bit that guy's nose off, hold on a second.
Soylent Green is actually a good movie.
There's still a little bit left here. All right,
Shout
so
out to
you roll up the rim right here.
This is the one. You've lost all week.
I've lost. Yeah, but I haven't actually got that much because I wasn't feeling the greatest.
You're gonna win a donut. This gonna be.
I don't. That's be the least of that thing I want to.
Yeah, but the donut's the best.
Yeah, no, it's please play again.
Again?
Can't really see it, but it's please play again.
That ain't right.
Darn it, I did not win a $2 donut.
That ain't right.
Shame on me.
Talk to me when the McDonald's comes back.
I do like Monopoly, yeah.
Giomi
That's tough, man.
is going
What
to
am I
answer
gonna
your
do?
question in the
What am
chat.
I gonna
Every time we talk about bets, someone brings up the Packy Chip Challenge. And so just so you know, we're not doing that again. Actually, I'll tell you this right now. The only chance I would ever try the Hot Chip Challenge again, there'd have to be a lot of money going to a charity, okay?
Yeah.
Because it's not healthy. People have gone to the hospital over it.
Fahad messaged me today.
It's not a fun experience. Yeah, when is that dude gonna race?
He messaged me out of nowhere.
Just respond to him saying when and where. Just go, Neil says when and where.
No, I'm not.
up.
We aren't talking about that.
Now, Fahad's good people.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. I'm going to say just, he can email me if he wants to come through.
That's right. I love Darwin remembers that Fahad, the joke was that he was the CEO of Veru.
Yep.
So for those that don't know, Fahad used to work on the show. That stock has done 23,000 shares today. That's it? Hey, it's over $1, man. Oh, but it reverse split. Never mind. I was about to give Veru props, but it reverse split from like 40 cents. You can turn anything into a lesson. The standard practice, if a stock reverse splits, is generally speaking, when the trend breaks, just short it forever. And that's basically what Veru has proven, in addition to other of those types of names.
All right, let's, people want to talk about...
NVIDIA's bouncing a bit.
Yeah, all right, so Netflix, I mean, we're just getting some out. I'm only holding right now about 40% or so. I mean, we came right up into the levels that we like. I mean, this is why we have these numbers here, right? We have these, okay, go. Okay, well, there it goes. I don't actually have anything ready to go here as I just say this. But this is what we're doing, man. Like the 50 period, the 25 period, these are key levels for me. So if we can get, stock out, I'll offer some 43s because we missed that eventual top. We're also sitting there around 50. It's a tight range right now, right? Like I would love for it. There we go, we'll get it, 47, I guess. We'll get it, and then we'll see if we can get a little bit higher here. I'm still waiting at 87. That was my initial, okay. See, and then you see that, and that's a big middle finger to the short, so we go, yes, sir. And we, money. Send those Beyond Meat drinks, my guy. There it goes, man. Nice move up there for Netflix, as we just bought 95s. We're long 95.07. There it goes, nice move to the upside here on NFLX, as that continues to go. Those of you wondering, what the hell, these guys aren't even talking about silver, yet he's in it. We have, I put a break, I thought it was VWAP right here. Let me just double check. 80, yeah, it was. So 83.80. If we break 83.80, I'm going to get out of this. Small piece, we talked about it. I wish it was bigger and I'd be trading it, but it's not. So I'm focusing on my newest position, which is the flakes of net flakes, and we'll see if it gets going through this level, and then we go boom on that. And again, fell right into our lap, right into these prices one more time. All right.
That's a good question.
Okay, go ahead. I didn't even read it yet.
So Ron, just first, we broke that trend, so we'll be break even on the last entry on IBIT, but it broke the trend. I'm going to wait for a chance to reshort it, not going to rush in. Oh, man, by the time I go back to it, it's already gone. Let me just put that. Oh, thank you, Assassino. What type of account do you need to get paid for providing liquidity? Which broker? How much net liquidity value? So you just need direct market access is what it's called. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head what brokers have it and what don't. I can simply tell you we trade at Real Trading, and we do. And the actual amount that you get per gateway, it really depends on which one you use. I'll use an example. I was just looking at IBIT so I can show you. It might move too much, but ARCA pays $1.60 per 1,000 shares. I think NSB is $1. EdgeX. They're all different. They range usually between the ones that pay about $1 per 1,000 and $2 per 1,000. That's down from what it used to be. And then there's gateways that'll be on the other end where adding liquidity you pay, but then you get paid a small amount to remove liquidity. So they might fill faster if a stock doesn't move much. But direct market access is what you need. Again, I don't know specifically which brokers have it and which don't. And Axel Cart, no, Real Trading is not in the US. The Academy is in the US, but Real Trading is not in the US.
Not available. But in the world of gold and silver, we just talked about it, volatility isn't necessarily a hurdle, it's an opportunity. But harnessing it requires the right tools. And Beta Pro by Global X delivers that edge. As Canada's first and longest running suite of levered, inverse, and inverse levered ETFs, Beta Pro provides a decisive way to engage with metal markets. Through 2 times daily bull and 2 times daily bear exposure, these funds are built for the precision and momentum that modern markets demand. Designed for sophisticated Canadian day traders who understand the risks of leverage and the power of tactical response, Beta Pro provides the agility to navigate market moves in either direction. Don't just follow the gold and silver markets. Position yourself for what's next. Discover the suite at betapro.ca. Okay, Netflix is starting to go. We're still waiting for our 87. I'll take a piece out here, mid-70s, see if we get that. But there it is, Netflix, right back to the high of the day. This time we can hit the diamond hands because, hey, man, kind of got them right now as they're starting to go right there back up to the upside. So far, so good here as that continues to go. Is it the same thing happening for PSKY? No, it's going the other way. Oh, did Netflix come back into the building? No, I'm just joking. But there goes PSKY the other way. A lot of talk about NVIDIA, man, on day 2. Like, NVIDIA 179. Like, wow, did not think we'd get there after that report. We sat here and we were like, oh, man, if we get, like, the data center number bigger, if we get this bigger, well, we got everything that you would want in the Netflix quarter, and it still does not go. And I just don't know where we are with NVIDIA right now. You know, looking at the chart, let's not cry wolf. I mean, we were just down here 2 weeks ago, or maybe a week and a half ago, but you got excited heading into the earnings. Now I just think about it like, what is there to look forward to now to Netflix? Or Netflix for NVIDIA. Like, the stories are done. There's no more there's no more big CapEx spenders there. What do they call it? Hyperscalers.
What catalyst do they have
to come out? Yeah, like, what is the next catalyst for NVIDIA, right? Is it going to be an announcement into China or something? Like, I just...
Well, that could be it. It could be actually...
A little nervous about it.
It could be actually selling something in China, I suppose. There's nothing on the horizon outside of that you can think of off the top of your head. It would be that. Because
maybe, you know, you don't need to know everything. It's just a matter of, like, you try to think about why do you want to hold a stock, you know, and it needs to have that get up to it.
It's also not all that bad. I think a lot of times we overreact and we don't look at the long-term chart, just not the Beyond Meat, because I still have that one up. No, like, if you go out far enough, remind yourself that on a monthly chart, like, it doesn't even look all that bad. Okay, fine, it's a bit of a pullback, but we've done 150 to 90 bucks on NVIDIA during this uptrend. So if you were to lose 40% again from the highs, like, you'd be talking all the way down into 130. And we're sitting at 180 complaining about how bad it is. Maybe we're not even complaining about how bad it is, let's be real. So it's ALBT.
Yeah, it broke $1 again, and I heard something in my ear.
No, it broke $1.50.
$1.50, okay.
Yeah, so this is really going. ALBT is absolutely running. This one at $1 just seems like it's already done it twice. I don't know if you get a third shot at it. Just going to the daily chart, 180, some resistance at $1.80. It does have this literally on the 15-minute is all green today, with one exception at 11:30. Just one little exception. It's an absolute rocket ship. But it picked up when it broke that $1. It is slowing down on volume, so I'd watch out for this because it could easily break trend down. A bit late, I don't think we probably don't have locates on a name like this. That makes sense. It was a penny stock 2 days ago or even yesterday, so I don't think we're going to get any locates there. Still waiting for VWAP on IBIT.
I'm asking this question.
What is Congress's position?
Yes, S.A. Walker is like, you know, just have to follow Congress on their position for NVIDIA. So
Get them. I just want Nancy.
Well, that's what I was going to say. We know that, you know, Pelosi and so on and so forth are in there as well. I'm just asking for seriousness, like, has there been recent buys of NVIDIA? And I mean, I know that the thing about NVIDIA is they are such like a huge part now of these indexes. You know, just they're the most expensive or most valued stock company in the whole world, sorry. And, you know, they're positioning in the Nasdaq, in the S&P 500, in many different ETFs across the world. I mean, it's something like Apple's in like 300 and something ETFs. Like, so NVIDIA kind of same way. So I was just wondering if there's been any recently. You could probably figure it out on, yeah. No,
well, I just asked Gemini.
Yeah.
Pelosi exercised Call options, 5,000 shares at 80, and that was January 16th. At the end of last year, December 30th.
So she exercised options at $80.
She purchased call options, 100 strike, expiring 2027. There's a few others in there, but they were all everything else I'm seeing was like last year.
Right.
Although it looks like a very small purchase by some Democrat at the end of January. Only small purchases. The only things notable were Pelosi a couple of times that I just read to you. So nothing too crazy.
Yeah, I know, I'm not saying that to be anything. I was just like, yeah, if there was recent, I mean, because we were just looking for reasons to buy.
Yes.
So if there is reasons to buy, please let us know.
Give us reasons to buy SOFI. That's what I need to figure out. A reason
Nancy
to buy
Pelosi.
that.
This is a funny one. Is this true? Is this how much she's worth?
Yeah.
Right
let me guess. Nancy Pelosi is worth, I'm just going to say $174 million.
I don't know if those numbers are true right there, but if so, I'd like to announce my running for Congress right now. That's why I'm wearing this hat. You guys were always wondering why I'm wearing the hat. So I'm going to be representing South Carolina. So if you guys live in South Carolina, yes. Right there. I will be running for some sort of position there in South Carolina and then posting up all of my trades and hoping that they work out.
$413 million.
I don't know if that's right, Nancy. Oh, by the way.
I'll gas you.
Netflix, we get our bid. We get our offer, man. Boom. Right there. This is the thing. And again, I sit here and talk about changing the way I'm trading and everything, right? And it's just like, I'm going to continue to try to trade strong names when the trend is there. And Netflix, we were considering pretty lucky, man. Like our stop out was 10 cents below 95. So it was 89s. And we came pretty close. I don't think we broke 95, but we did come pretty close. So this is the thing about trading and why it's such a fickle game, because like we were basically 20 cents away from getting stopped out, or now, we're feeling pretty good about ourselves holding on to this dollar winner. So it's kind of like you got to put your stops in because that's the right thing to do. And sometimes they get run. It's happened many times. You get long at the wrong prices, or your stop out just triggers and wicks you out or something. Look at that. So now there's size here. So I'm going to offer 99s. We'll sit there. There we go. Did we get it? Yes, we did. And then so now we got to watch out to see if that breaks. There's big size there at 96, sorry. So we'll take it out at 99 and then watch to see if it breaks. When it does break, I'm going to put an offer right now at 10s. All right, I'm going to put it at 09. See if we get out, because it's going to break and it's going to go whoosh like that, and it should create at least a 20 or 30 cent bid out of that. So we'll offer 10s and see if we can get it. But so far, so good here into that stock. And then, yeah, man, see what I'm saying? Like that was almost me getting into the short. So we'll pat ourselves on the back and everything, great Netflix trade, but I was almost short the Nasdaq right there, and it didn't break. So thankfully, it didn't break. So that's the other thing, right? So there you go. So like, good luck there not getting it, and then also another good luck spot on Netflix not getting stopped out on 95 break. So this is like, this market and this kind of trading is not for the weak at heart, man. It's been kind of a crazy move trying to scalp out some of these positions. So that is that. All right, talk about this. Here's another trade. Sam Michael Roberts. Look where here. Perfect example, wow. There it is, man. There's my stop. So, and again, SMR is going to be still my number one stock today, actually, depending on what happens with this Netflix. That's because we took a bunch of shares right here, right off open. Something caught my eye. I got more shares, brought it up, and then eventually we put the stop at a break of 70, which is what we had. We had this stop order from right here. That's 70 right there. That's the stop order that I put in. If we came down, we bought that, breaking the 200 period, and I said prior bar low. That's not a bar, it's a wick, but prior wick low. And that was gonna be my out, and there you see a trigger right there. So if we zoom back in, or out, then that's the out. And then look what happens, we get stopped out, then the thing just jumps 30 cents. So that's why, I don't like to hold too many shares when we're near these kind of points. So we got stopped out, probably 10% left, and that sucks, because we should still be in it. And look what happened again, right back to that same price. So I think we're getting real good at nailing these prices and our executions. You just got to have luck on your side sometimes as we all do. So, oh no, Ricardo, you joined the BBAI Army. Well, congratulations
Good luck.
to you on that one. Monday night, yeah. You have lots of time to join the Army. Man, I think I did get something in my eye here. You have lots of time to join the Army. So Monday night is the report, but down 6%. Can't hate on that one, man. I mean, if the Nasdaq does bounce, I think we got something good on that. All right, over to Neil, because I've obviously been talking too much. There it is, man. There's the break. I was waiting at 09, okay? It went to 08, and now it's going to 09. No, it's not, but I'm at 09. So there's the break there. There's $1. We're officially now a dollar club, so Netflix upside. I'm at 09. That's it. There you go, Ozan. Nice trading there as hopefully we're showing, you know, some decent ones. Oh, you're an RXT, okay.
Well,
there you go. A couple
I think I'm about to break out, so I'm getting out of this. There was a reversal candle. I've moved my stop in. This was basically just a flat bottom break at $2, and when it tried to run the prior bar, so there's your breakdown. Shorted it on the way back in. That break actually didn't give a fill at 99, so I shorted on the way back in. The prior bar was my stop. When it rejected that, and this is the prior bar at 20, it's like 204. And when that got rejected, I shorted on the way back again, and we're holding on. But if it breaks 191, I think it's time to get out. I was able to get an 80 print at best. This is, however, going to be a potential like follow-through trade on Monday. Like either we're looking for the same area for a short, or if it's all the way down at 130 to 140, I think you could look for a long trade on RXT. But it's that ABT, no, it's ALBT, is that right? Yeah, Avalon. It's Avalon that's actually blowing to the upside. It tried to break the trend and did not. So actually held on to the trend line, continuing higher as ALBT. It's decent volume, pretty good volume. I mean, for Friday afternoon, this is probably the best one in terms of vol. I'd only be looking for a trend break at this point. I think we're going to a Dara at the desk, however.
No news, guys, but, you know, congrats to Sean on that Netflix trade. And if you want a little bit more about this Netflix and Paramount deal, guess what, guys? New infographic. This isn't even posted yet. You guys are getting a sneak preview. It is scheduled to go out tomorrow afternoon. So if you happen to be looking at X tomorrow around, say, 4 p.m., for example, this will be going live. So what I kind of wanted to do here was a look at how much each of these stocks that were involved moved during the time of the bidding war. So how I did this was I started with the closing price the day before the Netflix deal was announced, and then I ended with the opening price of today. You guys can argue whether or not this was like a valid way to do it. I thought it was, because you kind of get like basically every time the status quo was shifted. Anyways, this infographic not available yet, but giving you guys a nice sneak preview, because that's right, we post on TTV Research over the weekend too. So please check it out and make sure you give us a follow, and lots of stuff coming out throughout the rest of the day, including our daily calendar for Monday. Back to you.
Thanks. And it will make sense. Obviously, Warner Brothers is gonna, during a bidding war, they're the one that's going to be up over all of this. But it's actually, I still think they're disappointing. I'm very disappointed at Warner Brothers, because this was actually considering that the deal is done, this was the worst day that it's had. It's down 2 points. I tried the long off the bottom here. It couldn't get through VWAP. Almost every single day, there's been a pretty decent like dip buy. This is the first day it didn't really give you like a clean run. But I'm going to come in over the weekend. If nothing changes here, I'd be surprised if this headed lower. All of that said, kind of is what it is. So ALBT is going to be on the mind. Remember, there's going to be some big imbalances. This WTRG, this is supposed to be a big sell, and it is showing up as a big sell already. UiPath is a 2 million buy early. MSCI rebalancing tonight. Said it once, we'll let you guys know again. Okay. XOM, 1.9 million to the buy side. Uber is an early look, 1.5 million sell. And this is with 30 minutes to go. Merck in there, probably not a big deal. Merck. SCX, ooh, sell. I don't want that. You don't want it to sell. AbbVie. Yeah, so the big ones, I would say Uber, whatever WTRG is like essential utilities, but it's supposed to be a big sell. So that's actually out the right way, which I do like. And I have eyeballs on that one for sure. And that and ALBT, which I pay for locates on. But it's going to be it's got to be pretty particular here. I need to see it cleanly break this trend line and also provide some kind of an entry to the prior bar that isn't chasing at 20%. So a couple of things have to happen for ALBT. It did reach resistance on the daily chart, so that kind of puts that out there for me. And it was pretty cheap, 0.5 cents a share for the locates here at Real Trading. Not everybody would be able to short this for free, I would assume, but every broker is going to be different.
All right, here, let me just go over some of the market here for you all so we can see like what's been moving around today in the broader markets. And if I can find it, I think I might have closed. Oh, here it is right here. All right, so, you know, this is the kind of stuff we're talking about. I'm just going to refresh this just to make sure because it was a stale window for me. Okay, so obviously retail today, I mean, look what's going on here, man. Costco nicely cooking the upside, up 1.4%. Home Depot and TJX both up 1%. I really like TJX there as sort of a discount retailer, right? Amazon, you know, but Carvana, downside on Carvana, downside on Target Day, Ulta Beauty as well, Dollar Tree. So there's some sort of, you know, differential trading in the retail side, but generally speaking, a good long day for the retail names. Health technology, nice bounce back day from, you know, Eli Lilly has been down a little bit, just back and forth through 1,000. Like it can't really break above that 1120. It doesn't seem to want to go through 1,000 either. Merck, J&J, Amgen, I mean, Vertex, I actually asked Joe about, no, it wasn't Vertex, it was the Viking there for some ideas on options. I think Viking is going to be a good one moving forward there as they come through. I think it's phase 2 or 3 they're looking at on their, I think it's their weight loss drug.
Yeah, their only story with Viking is it's their oral. Like,
Right.
yeah, it's their oral, is that they don't have the capital to, like if they get full approvals, they probably need a lot of debt financing or a partner or a buyout to be able to fulfill the market because there's so much demand. That said, that puts them, they've been one of the most rumored names to get bought out by somebody, has been Viking because of that oral.
That's kind of why I like
Pfizer, right? Like,
kind of why I
Pfizer
like
needs
it
to buy them. Oh, I shouldn't say Pfizer needs to
a
buy
lot.
them. It would make sense is the best way to put it.
And then, unfortunately, there's been a couple, like this is red blood. Morgan Stanley is down 7%, okay? Goldman Sachs down.
So bad.
Citigroup, Wells Fargo, American Express, Bank of America. I mean, thankfully, the one I have is JP Morgan, but we also have SOFI. So those are down, and then there's Robinhood down 5% as well. ICE, not, you know, the exchanges up today, CME up, ICE up. Nasdaq Group, if it was in here, is up as well, I would imagine. Other than that, man, the banks, and there's Capital One. So a lot of worry hitting some of the bank spaces there as we worry about loan generation and whatnot on some of these software names as well. And we had that story about Barclays over there in the UK. Wow, Netflix is Moon City right now. Look at the utilities, the energy names. Occidental up, XOM, wow, XOM. It was just 147. And I actually said that yesterday. I was like, instead of trying to buy some of these dips on some of these crappy names, just pick names that are winning, right? I mean, look at what XOM is doing. You want to talk about winning, you want to talk about winning, Netflix is winning right now, but I'm going to get another piece out on Netflix. Netflix is at 33s. Netflix right now, man, I'm sitting in this trade. It's $1.30 in the money, and we could have all had this. Like, we talked about that Netflix trade over and over again, but there it is, like a strong name, obviously, here in XOM, gave you that great base at 146, 145, and now today, boom, up another 3% right there. But yeah, Netflix, I mean, we talked about this level, literally sitting here, right there, strong stocks. I just tagged out my good friend Michael Noss right here. And you know what, if you guys are following me, and thank you for all of the love on the followers, man, 56,000, really liking that one. But here you go, I said, new plan, buy strong trending stocks, Netflix, at Michael Noss, right there. I don't know if he has responded or not to this. Oh, here's Nick. Hey, what's up, Nick? Oh, and here's a fake guy. So what I do to that is blocky these fake guys there. Oh, I love that stock, says Nick. So same as I right now, but there goes Netflix straight up there to the upside as we tag our CMT friend right there because, you know, regardless of CMT or not, man, you got to know what you're doing as far as reading stock and tape and all that kind of stuff, right? So there it goes, man. Trend is your friend, higher. Didn't really use any technical analysis as far as these lines are concerned. Just used a look, which is technical, where these bars are. And I was just looking for support and resistance. That's all this play is as we empty out the clip here on Netflix above 96.
Yes, sir. Noon Loon. We see you in the chat. Oh, it's Zen Zombie. We had a couple super chats, and we've been called out here for sure for not getting all the super chats. There was one from David as well I was going to get to. SMH. Okay. You had ALBT earlier, but sold even, and now it goes. You know what, though? I can't hate. This wasn't doing much earlier. There's nothing. That's got to suck. if you were in this early when it was going like 90 cents to like $1, and that's about it. Like it would be the example. Here's the example I would use. Like this RXT. Like I just trailed out. It ends up at best giving 20 cents, but most of it's out for a 10-cent move on a $2 stock. Imagine it flushes now 50 points. Well, you can't know it's going to start moving more than it was before. You can't. You just take the trade that's out there in front of you, and you can't know it was going to go parabolic, right? So you just got to do what's a positive expectancy over and over again to the best of your abilities. David, we're going to Adara, and then we'll come back for your super chat.
I'll be brief. Sorry, David, there. I want to talk about NFLX, WBD, PSKY. Netflix announcing, hey, Warner Brothers terminated our merger agreement. Paramount's guidance is going to pay us $2.8 billion, and debt commitments have already been terminated. So it looks like NFLX is officially broken free of WBD and PSKY I was seeing earlier. They've signed that contract, apparently. So good luck. And I'm also just now seeing a CNBC article coming out as well. Apparently, Warner Brothers employees are fearing job losses with Paramount. So we're going to have to wait and find out how that goes. Back to you, though.
Well, I think they were fearing job losses with either way that went down. And anytime you have a merger, you're going to have efficiencies. And that's what happens. David, big Goldman Sachs holder. Last dates it went down 7%. March 9th, 2020. And obviously, yeah, we all remember 2008. The banks, and typically it's been pretty safe to buy the banks. I've been in Morgan Stanley for a while. I was looking at I own some Canadian banks too, but Canadian banks haven't been hit today. If you pull a monthly chart on Goldman Sachs, there's only 2 times it's actually recently had a month like this. You go back to, it'd be like March of last year, I believe, and then this current month for Goldman. And buying those dips has been gold. And just remember, if you like a quality company, usually when it's falling, it just gives you reasons to get back in. This is a bit parabolic. Like I could feel like as someone who owns Morgan Stanley, like when I look at Morgan Stanley up here, I don't know that I'm racing to buy this dip. I could like it a little bit lower if that's what's going to happen. And I don't love what's going on in the XLF in general as well. We're going to go back to Adara. We have some breaking news apparently.
Keep an eye on any of these space names, but here's SATS EchoStar gapping up in a major way. Report suggesting that SpaceX is weighing a confidential IPO filing as soon as March. So that, again, could like literally be on Monday. SpaceX reportedly seeking a valuation of over $1.75 trillion. So once again, keep an eye on space names, including SATS. SpaceX reportedly considering a confidential IPO filing next month. Back to you.
Oh, finally, we're going to get it. Look, this is the one that everyone's been waiting for. There was IPO today. That was actually a dumpster fire, the IPO today with some biosciences company. It was pretty nasty. But I looked over to see if Rocket Labs was doing anything. Not much. Small bounce there. As Adair mentioned, ASTS Astis not even making much of a move here. Yeah, so it's not really that big of a reaction. There's one thing to consider, too. Every now and then, I'm not saying this is going to happen with SpaceX, but every now and then when you get to a point where the biggest name or one of the biggest names in a group does the IPO, that can end up signaling a bit of a top in the market. So I don't know if that's going to end up being true, but yeah, you're right, Bovin. I have nothing against the Destiny Tech 100 ETF, but I think close to half of this is holding in SpaceX, and it trades at a pretty hefty premium. Meaning, if you look at their holdings and then look at the private market valuations, like you're basically needing SpaceX to be the biggest moonshot ever to hold up here, because only half of what they got is SpaceX, and the whole thing is trading at 2x of what its actual value is at most times. But it's going to get a pretty big spike here because this is how most people are involved in this stock currently. So
what?
As soon as March, that was the news story. Like all the rockets.
Just hearing it right now.
Destiny's up Destiny's up a couple of points. It was down.
SpaceX considering
March.
That is Monday.
We thought this would be in a couple of months. Like I think it was summer.
I remember there was that rumor about his birthday.
Well,
that was in June or something.
Yeah, people were thinking it would be in the middle.
And I was like, oh my God, I'm traveling that day, so I hope it's not his birthday. Well, March would be perfect. That would be awesome.
Not if it's during, I'm gone for an entire week in March.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I feel like that's not.
No,
I feel like it's too early.
I'm going to spring training in 2 weeks. If the biggest IPO of the year is the week that I'm gone.
Well, Anthropic, I think, there's potential for 2. So, Mr. Fahad is in the building. right now. He's talking with Brendan. That's why I got up. That's why he didn't see me for a minute.
Get up.
So he's going to come. Go say hi to him. I'll take the show over here, and we'll go say hi. I'm going to get Fahad on the mic very, very soon. Here comes Neil right here. And I have bad news for everybody. Fahad is leaving the country, so he will not be able to race Neil there. And we're hoping that he would be able to. So Fahad is here right now. And Fahad used to work in the technical department here, kind of doing like what Fabian and Ramin are doing right now. But he's moving to Dubai. So he's going to come on the show in just a second, man. We used to have wicked graphics of Fahad playing basketball and everything. So we'll have him on in just a couple seconds. But when Moon says Netflix, now here up 14%. There goes Netflix. Great trend, man. Trend is your friend. Now to the upside. It's only 3:30 now, so there's lots of stuff happening right now in the market, including this Netflix trade. Also, NVIDIA. Look, excited about that. Google owns a certain percent, if I am not mistaken, of, these are my shorts, this is downside, of SpaceX. So maybe a little bit of a bump there. Doesn't seem like that's it. What's the Destiny DXYZ? Right, so there it is, Destiny Tech ETF. So we might, yeah. So there we go. We see like almost an instant move there. 27 up to 29 there on DXYZ as well. Straight there to the upside on Destiny. So there that one goes. As we get ready for Tesla, we get ready for When Moon here. I don't know, like I said, will SpaceX actually affect Tesla stock? For me, I don't know. I was gonna say like, I remember when Elon was thinking about XAI, or at that time it was Twitter, and you know there was a lot of talk about how, you know, has he lost his way a little bit with Tesla because his focus was so much on X. And at that time, Twitter and that sort of buyout that they did, I think it was $56 or $54 billion there for Twitter. And people were saying maybe he's lost his way a little bit. But obviously, Tesla was just at all-time highs a couple months ago and doing quite well. Now Tesla does fall back in. So we do give a little worry to potentially what would happen to Tesla stock if SpaceX IPOs. I'm not worried about it. It's just...
Well, did Tesla move?
No, nothing did anything. The only thing that moved anywhere was this. Maybe space.
Destiny, yeah.
We could check out Virgin Galactic here. I think they've already reverse split or something, because I think this stock was down to like pennies, but maybe not. SPCE, let me see here. I thought this was like under $1 for a while. Maybe it hasn't even ever been under $1. No, I could be right. So there's SpaceX, and I know it's completely different. Virgin Galactic. I know that's completely different than SpaceX, but still, nice little bottom area here of 230, 235 coming into play there as well. So that is SpaceX. We do have another one. What's up, Danny boys? I'm going to get that super chat in right now as I see it. And, oh, it's on. Okay. Hey, guys, there's a senior note offering. Okay, I mean, that's a problem. We actually had a senior note offering in something else today. I forget what it was. A bigger company. What is BKLN? BKLN. I don't really. Do I know this stock?
Invesco. It's a senior loan ETF. That's what it is.
These loan ETFs do offerings like that? Okay. Yeah. So clearly, I don't know anything about this. An investor I follow talked about a huge bet against it in the options market on the thesis private credit problems. Okay. So yeah. So what is
canary
this?
in the coal mine, I guess.
What is the?
So you're saying somebody is
what
bet
is the stock, though?
short this. Okay.
Exchange traded U.S. senior loans.
Why is this not loading?
Okay, so here it is right here for me. Whoever talked to you about this seems to be a little right on this one right now. We do have, the microphone is back there. So
right.
Here we go. A man that has never been shy. We can, something worth watching, so I think that's true. So there it is. If you're looking and you think there's going to be some defaults coming through at any time, there it is. It's BKLN. Okay, here we go. It's my boy. It's Fahad. Yo, Fahad, remember when we used to do stalking the streets? Yeah. We used to walk around with the microphone?
Yes.
So there it is right now. So what do you think of the studio?
This is incredible. I really like it. I'm going to try my hard not to cuss, because when I get excited, I cuss by accident. But this is really, really cool.
We're okay.
I'm enjoying the set a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. So you're planning on moving?
I'm moving. I'm getting out of here.
That's exciting.
Yeah, the weather has done too much harm to me and my body, so I'm just like, I'm finished.
Where are you headed to?
Dubai.
Can I come with you?
You'd have to be my dependent, so as long as we can make you
Yeah,
look
Neil can pay
somewhat
for
like me.
everything.
Yeah.
It's too cold here.
It's way too cold, man. It's way too cold.
Yeah. So that's good. And what are you doing now for employment?
It's the same thing, like broadcast field, just like AV engineering. So I'm just building studio server rooms and stuff like that.
Are you still with my guy Lucas?
I am now.
Yeah.
So fun story. I was just talking to Neil, and it kind of has a part two. So I don't know if you guys remember the rivalry we had with bowling.
Yeah, I remember
of course.
that.
Jackass,
I dealt
you
with
beat
all
me.
you guys
Yeah,
at
yeah,
bowling.
you did.
No, for those of you that don't know, Fahad challenged another member of our crew to a bowling match. You'd never bowled before.
Never
in your
bowled.
life.
I was confident I was going to win,
Yeah.
though, for some odd reason.
You're
but
always confident
You're always
you're gonna win
competitive for no reason. But we went bowling. I got smacked. Not to get smacked. Did I get smacked? I can't really remember.
You lost.
I lost.
Yeah, you didn't get smacked.
I get
You-
smacked.
anything. Could you please tell everybody who won?
I think it was Sean, and he was drunk.
Keep going,
Yeah,
keep going,
anyways.
keep going.
I think you'd only. Now I'd beat you.
No, you
No,
wouldn't.
I swear to God. No,
You
listen.
wouldn't.
No, wait.
Fahad,
This is why I'm
come
here.
on,
Hold on. This is literally why I came here. Yesterday, we went bowling for the rematch, me and Lucas.
How many times have you bowled in your life?
So with Lucas, it was the first time. But,
So 3 times in your
and then
life?
since then, no. Since that loss, I couldn't sleep.
Okay.
So I would go like once every month to
Oh,
try to
yeah, you
practice
could
and whatnot.
probably beat me then. Yeah.
So yesterday, I bowled. We went again, and I beat him really bad.
Did you break 100?
161 was the top score for the day by me.
That's actually pretty good.
So I'm really good at bowling now. I'm thinking about going professional in Dubai.
Oh yeah, the
if I
Dubai
could change
Bowling League. I heard the
careers.
Dubai Bowling League is really hot.
Very big.
it's
very
big,
big
like,
on
Might need
bowling.
more than one seat.
I don't blame you for that. Or you could try to climb the Burj. Did you see that guy that
I
climbed
did see it.
Taipei 101?
I don't know what's wrong with people
was
these days.
insane.
Man. Playing
People
with their
crazy.
lives. Yeah,
He didn't even
people
get
live.
paid that much, man.
It's crazy. You
Okay,
couldn't even
but-
pay me enough to do that.
But there was supposed to be a race that was supposed to happen between you and Neil.
Yeah. That's. I'm gonna
Guess
go
that's
ahead.
not gonna happen.
No, so I'm
I see you
gonna.
focus more on bowling now. Though.
I'm gonna be humble and I'm gonna give it the win to Neil regardless because about 6 months ago I raced Lucas and he beat me.
And that- yeah,
so
that
there's
sucks.
just
Yeah.
and then that guy runs like crooked. His feet are like pointing outwards and stuff. So there's no point in even trying
He runs
against
like
Neil.
he's on crutches or something.
Literally. So I know I'm gonna lose against Neil. So I'll just take that L for now. But if I ever play basketball against you, I think
No,
it's
you
a
whoop my
different story.
ass
I
in
think it'll be a different
basketball.
story. Yeah.
Like Fahad's a basketball player. Sprinter's gonna be the basketball player in a
Yeah,
race.
it's,
But he could ball.
running is hard, man.
You got it's technique to
Yeah,
running,
it is
man.
technique.
People don't realize it's actually
Yeah,
technique
I
to
almost
running.
fell 15 times in a small span of 30-second race. It was bad.
Well, it's really too bad that we can't have a bowling challenge because you're out of here very, very soon.
I would love to
Very
see
soon.
that. If he can do a 160, I'd like to see you try to take Sean on the 160.
I mean, we could.
But you haven't bowled
Weekend might
since
be
we-
open, guy.
When was
I'm
the
here.
last time you bowled,
I'm
Sean?
not here. Last time I bowled, probably.
The last time we went.
I don't need practice.
Okay.
I'm like Allen Iverson. Practice?
Practice. We're talking about practice.
I'm showing up, I'm showing up. But anyways, man, when I saw your text come in today, I was like, man, this has to happen.
Yeah.
So I'm
no,
really glad
100%.
that you came
No,
by. It
I'm
was
glad
very
I came. It was
awesome
yeah.
to see
I
you,
mean,
man.
I miss you guys, seriously. It was a really good.
Yeah, thanks for swinging
Good
by.
time,
It's Fahad,
absolutely.
ladies and gentlemen. This guy
Chat,
provided us
I miss
endless
you guys.
hours of entertainment.
Do they remember me? Or there's still regulars
Yes,
from back
man.
then?
People remember
Yeah?
you.
People are saying, "Where's Prad now?"
Oh, shoot, there you go.
Everyone's knowing everything, man. Everyone is absolutely loving you.
He'll dunk on you.
There you go.
Right now, they remember, we used to have this guy dunking on Fed Powell and all that.
The bell rings, yeah, it's very
We
fun.
just had a movie at the Y and all that kind of stuff. Of you guys
Exactly.
playing basketball.
All right,
But
man.
I did want to ask you because I know a lot of your riches come from you being the CEO of.
There, I'm still in it. Swear to God, I'm still in it. I checked
no,
on
you're
it
not.
today. I swear to God.
Please, Fahad, tell me you
Okay.
don't still own this
As
thing.
CEO,
No,
he's
so
got to support the stock.
Look,
Reverse split.
I know. Reverse.
In the
I don't know
dumps.
why they did the reverse split. First of all,
Because it was a 40-cent stock is
I
why
understand, and I was in on it for 92 cents, so I don't know why it went that bad. But I opened up my wall simple and I seen that it was at 266, and I'm like, I'm rich. I did it. That's it. Like I made all my
then you
stock money.
realize you have half
And then I
a
looked
tenth
at
of
my
the shares.
average buy and it said $10. I was like, when the hell did I buy it for $10? And then I realized I did the reverse. But,
CEO life is a tough life, but we do appreciate you
I don't know.
coming
I'm coming up
through.
with a new medication for it, so hopefully once that's out, Vera will
Vera will
pump
pop
it
up.
in the news for it. Yeah.
And by the way, this man has like the cutest kids ever. So that's
appreciate it.
awesome, man. We really appreciate you coming by.
Absolutely.
Fahad, ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Take care of yourself,
Thank you
please.
so much. Yeah, travel well and
Absolutely.
good luck with everything over there. So there it is, man. Yeah, we're really happy. Everybody in the chat, take care, Fahad. Everything like that.
good luck.
This man raised a shit ton of money, by the way.
Absolutely.
He cut his hair. He used to have hair down to his ass and cut it off for charity. And we raised over, I think it was 15 grand or
Yeah,
something
easily.
like that. that day. Trader TV Live.
Easy 5 figures.
Yeah, we sponsored. We had some other sponsors come through. So shout out to Fahad, and thanks for coming by. And like I said, made my day. That is for sure. So it's always great to see.
We have 10 minutes to the imbalances. There's a few names that are still pretty big. WTRG is supposed to be a sell. It is a sell. UiPath still $2 million to buy. Uber is still $1.6 million to sell. So the same three, for those that were asking before, those are the ones there. And yeah, it's really good. That was great. Like, I see a lot of people in the chat. They're like, okay, well, where's the room? Where's Bears versus Bulls? And at the end of the day, we wish everybody the best. It's just good to be able to reconnect. I don't know what just happened to Apple here, because the market pulled back off 25,000. Apple back to the low of the day, yuck, and more yuck. 3% for the downside on Apple. The whole point was that Apple was supposed to not lose when the AI names flush, so I don't like to see this. That's not a good sentiment. Apparently, we missed a couple of super chats while we're talking for Hud, so just throw them up there right now. Your best tip to... I guess you can do this one. Aren't you supposed to put them in the dishwasher?
Man, whenever my caps are dirty, I just throw them out, man. I mean, I know, it's like a new pair of shoes. How many times are you going to wear a pair of shoes? 3 or 4 times? But no, I don't know. I think the dishwasher.
I've heard that. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
To be honest with you, I don't really wash the hats, man. I mean, washing machine? I don't know. The thing is, you got to watch out for the brim, but I think there's lots of things you can do.
I've heard the dishwasher.
Yeah.
Joe says light wash in the washing machine.
I don't know, but I think that's a good one.
What do we have? Thoughts on Okamoto this year joining the Jays? I'm thinking he hits about 275, maybe like a 780 OPS.
25 bomb?
25 home runs. I don't know how good he is defensively, but he can hit. Kid can rake. He's got serious power too. So all he has to do is be remotely like close to what Bo was. Not even what Bo was, but just close to it. And that should be good.
Yeah, that'd be good enough.
Blue Jays. The Jays have a great staff this year. I hope to see them in the World Series. Looking forward to spring training.
It's funny about that hat question. Yesterday at the Y, it's called the YMCA Academy. It's for like, I guess, underprivileged kids. They go to camp and all that kind of stuff, and they pay for Y memberships and all this kind of stuff. And they had an auction yesterday, and I actually bid on a Maple Leafs Daryl Sittler hat, and I won. So I'll be bringing that in on Monday, and we'll be wearing a new hat. So that was really nice. It was $50, so that was good. I want to say thank you. Yeah, Daryl Sittler. It's a special. It was like an OVO special hat because it was his 10-point. I think it was an anniversary of his 10 points this year. Thank you so much, David. You've been having some great super chats today as well. And there's 5 memberships. This is what we really like to see. So thank you so much for all of that. And I think we've gotten all these. Yeah, Okamoto. Yeah, we got all that. So thank you so much to all of that. And I saw Max Scherzer's kid.
That was so cool.
Penned a real cool letter saying to the Blue Jays, please sign my dad again. Toronto's awesome. This is Max Scherzer's kid. She said she really likes the C and Tower, which of course it is the CN Tower, but I thought that was really cool that she wrote that in there. And then of course the Blue Jays give Max a $3 million deal. We'll see if he can get
some incentives.
Get some, yeah.
I think he gets up to 10 depending.
Yeah, that is max 10, but he won't. I don't even think he'll pitch that much. But great, I guess a great character guy and a great for the dugout and awesome.
You know what?
To have his daughter write that.
The reality is, the narrative if you win and versus when you lose. If he wins, if we win the World Series, all anyone would talk about is how he gave up 1 inning. He gave up 1 run in 4 innings when we beat Shohei in the World Series. But the bullpen blew the lead. He left the game with the lead in Game 7 of the World Series at 41 years old.
And she signed herself as Max Scherzer's daughter. Yeah, no, it was. I saw it yesterday. It was awesome.
It was cute.
It was really, really awesome. Cute. So, yeah, shout out to everybody with kids and everything out there. They're the best, and she probably got Max a new deal. All right, so
Ichiro just asked in the chat, did they ever change the PDT rules? You know what? That's a good question. I remember
we don't have PDT here.
We don't have it here in Canada, but I do remember that in lieu of the fact that at some point in the next year they were talking about this year to go to 23/5 trading or 24-hour trading, the PDT rules were going to be changed before that. But I don't recall actually hearing whether it happened. Because we don't have to deal with them here in Canada, I'm not aware. So I would probably, someone's saying it could be mid-2026. I know there was announcements that it was going to happen, but I'm unaware of the rule actually changing. I think that obviously would be good for active traders. It's kind of a weird rule to begin with. I don't know. I've never really made sense of it, and thankfully we don't have to deal with it.
I mean, we are prop trading anyways. So.
Yeah, it wouldn't affect us because we're trading firm capital. Like, we're not trading our own personal accounts here. But Canadians that do, like, we don't have to deal with it, fortunately for us. But yeah, it should happen this year. And yes, there are rules. Wet in the chat asking. So 6 minutes to the imbalances, not much has changed. I've eyeballs only on WTRG, which is sort of a rando. I don't even remember the name of the company, but it's a big buy, sorry, a big sell. And Uber is a big sell as well. UiPath is a little bit of a buy. 6 minutes to go. MSCI rebalancing tonight.
Yep.
Another Here we go. We just keep getting super chats, so I guess we're doing this.
Yeah, we can still do it. I mean, I'm just in Netflix. I'm not doing
Game,
anything else.
yeah.
I'm in.
GME, thank you for the super chat. Okay, good tunes. Hopefully it'll be a good tune on GME. Been a while since it closed over 24, and there's a ton of options that will finish in the money if it does. Something to watch.
We shall watch.
Is it? I don't know. It's been closing close to 24 a couple times. I mean, it's been basing out at this level. It's had some closes over here. The $24 level. Like, it's been back and forth. I know it's been failing it this week, but last week it was over the 24 level. So yeah, worth watching, I suppose. They've been getting, I don't know, they've been getting some talk and some chatter recently, but that really died down the last couple. I think it was about a month ago when it was looking like it could go for a secondary squeeze. But this is not exciting until it breaks out at $25, in my opinion. And the last time it broke 25, it was a fail at 26. And that was the last time I think it got traded on this show. Was around that $25 level last month. So yeah, worth watching into the close, I suppose.
It's funny, like, I didn't realize, I mean, I know we had Fahad on, which kind of screwed up our timing here, but yeah, it's very close.
There's only 4 minutes to go here.
Yeah, it's very close to the imbalances. So we have 5% left of Netflix. That's it, man. We just stopped out. Didn't stop out, but I was just like, I'm not going to hold that much more into this imbalance. 96.80, 96.70. We'll see if it can wind up holding that 96.75 and change rate there for Netflix. Hopefully, it will be that trade for us. Well, it already has been. This immediately goes to P&L number 2 for me. Number 1, still actually, believe it or not, is going to be SMR right off the open. We wind up just taking a decent amount of shares there, like the stock. We knew it was one of those earnings plays. They didn't have great earnings. They had, made a move down. They were down, I don't know what it was, 10% or maybe not even. No, it's not SSR, so it wasn't down 10%. And then it just started to pop, and I said, maybe we got something there, broke through the 200 period, came back in, filled us again, then popped up. That was SMR. And then we talked about sometimes having bad luck. Well, we didn't have that much left, but there it is, and then there it is again, and pop right through. And then the Netflix trade we've done right with you guys, just like we do all of them. And there's the pullback. I said we had 5% left, so don't at me, but we said it. And then there's the pullback right in. And easy out for me, man. I mean, easy. It's just like we touched out here again. Now you're starting to drop through. I mean, if these imbalances, what are these imbalances even going to be? I'll just sacrifice there, get out of half of what we have left, hold this last 2.5%, and see where we go from here. So it looks like Netflix wants to make a lower move here. And remember, we don't see any Nasdaq names on here right now. These are all New York and Amex. So as of 350, Nasdaq names will come out. So maybe Netflix is a sell, and we just don't know about it yet. So we'll see if that comes out and where it goes from here, if and when when 350 comes, not if 350 comes, when that comes. There will be Nasdaq imbalances to talk about, okay? And I think it's probably overdone a little bit to the upside here on Netflix, but 13%, good day for them, obviously here on NFLX, and we'll just wait to see if they can wind up.
Bottom's in at this point.
Yeah, I think the bottom's in, correct. I mean, there's no doubt about that. It's just a matter of, how far can we go from here back upside? I mean, this whole thing started, but that's what I was saying, but 105 or so, I think is a good little level there for Netflix.
Hey, SOFI is not in the dumps anymore,
Hey-o.
thankfully. Well, it's not a bad rebound. It's still in the dumps, but it's not going to close at the low of the day. The worst part of the market today had to be the financials by a long shot. It was pretty nasty across the board. It's not often you see Goldman do what they did today. Morgan was down 7 points. So SOFI down 8%, in context doesn't seem as bad, but this is another nasty one. This is, if we don't hold somewhere in the mid to low teens on SOFI, I think it can get pretty nasty. But look, that's the area that I'm looking for the dip buy. Again, 2 minutes to go to the imbalances. We have another super chat. It's Danny's boy, Disco Pants Emporium. I'll say it every single time you put it up there. We should create a bowling strike visual to use whenever someone has the leisure to trade in honor of Fahad. That seems like an easy one to build. Fabian's got earphones on right now, so he's probably not hearing me say this, so we'll message him. We're always looking to add new things if we can. A bowling strike one makes a lot of sense. We have like football. We have an old football one that I really don't like. Like I should be in a Bills jersey.
I just went long on Palantir here. I heard something about Anthropic in my ear here. There's news about Anthropic. Here, listen. He's directing every federal agency to stop using Anthropic immediately. So
yeah, it's just what. But it's interesting here too, Sean, because Anthropic has until 5:01 p.m. to kind of meet their demands. So he's actually front running this a bit, which is interesting, by about an hour. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything else other than what Sean just said there. I'm going to see if I can pull up the Whole Truth Social post if it does exist.
So I just immediately, and this is what you gotta have some ideas sometimes. I mean, I hear that news and I just immediately go over to Palantir because this was one of the threats to Palantir was that Anthropic was going to be used. And if it's not, then this is what you do, man. This is how you make that big money. Like, you just got to get in there. Sometimes you take a risk. We had a great stop there at 135 if it was going to break lower. So we take the shot. Now we start getting out. And like I said, man, you have no idea where the bread is being buttered. And there goes Palantir right now, upside. We'll see if it does fade back out now. We would expect a Palantir, sorry, we would expect an Anthropic rebuttal to this or something. So I don't know. We're going to try to get out here before the imbalances come out. What's up, Adara?
I'll be brief because of inbounds, but basically he's saying that Anthropic is run by, quote, left-wing nut jobs. So he has mostly just political issues here with Anthropic. I'll let you guys go there for these imbalances. It's an incredibly long Truth Social post here, and it's mostly just he has issues with their politics.
Left-wing nut jobs, he actually said.
This guy's a lot.
That is a little bit intense. So imbalances.
Wait a minute, President Trump said that? Never. Okay, so now come the imbalances.
NVIDIA is 5.7 million to the sell side. That WTRG, which is supposed to be a sell in the MSCI rebalance, is 6 million to sell. BX, Oracle. What is Oracle D? Okay.
A derivative or something, like a warrant or something, or
I don't know what that is. It's 5 million to the buy side. IREN is a 3.5 million buy. HBAN 2.9 million buy. Intel 2.8 million to the buy side. Amazon 2.5 million to the sell side. You've got Microsoft 2.2 million sell. Walmart 2 million to the buy side. Netflix 2 million to the buy side. What else we got? DocuSign, 1.9 million to sell. Butterfly is in there. Again, you're seeing larger than normal imbalances because it is the MSCI rebalancing tonight. That's why you see a bunch of big names here. Apple, 1.8 million to sell. The market overall is 2.8 million to buy, with the Nasdaq at only 400 million and the Mag 7 500 million. That's because it's mixed. There's a few buys and sells. I thought I saw Beyond Meat on there somewhere, but it's whatever. Beyond Meat would need to be millions, and it's not. But the big one, obviously, NVIDIA, 4.9 million to sell on NVIDIA. That Warthog, I'm going to call it Warthog.
Palantir on there? I don't know.
It's not over 2 million.
Okay, so
if it was over 2 million, I would have said it. Palantir. You have to sort alphabetically to find individual names, which is kind of a pain. Actually, a faster way. I have a window open for a list.
All right, it's all good. Yeah, I mean, I just was wondering because, I mean, there's so many shares on here, so many different names on here right now, and you can set up a list, and this is the thing about our software. It's very, very customizable, so you can just search for certain things. We want to show you everything that's happening right now. We did get some IREN stuff today. A lot of traders looking at IREN. That's
it is a buy of 375,000.
Okay, so it's not much going on there. The reason why I ask about PLTR is because, of course, we did pretty good on that. I have less than a third left of this trade as it broke through, and holding it into the imbalances is very, very difficult. That story is now out. I'm gonna stop out, honestly. What about just breaking here? Let's not turn this one. Let's go one. I had initially at 135, so we'll put it down a little lower now. I mean, if we get stopped out, we get stopped out, honestly, at this point. There you go, breaking back down through 20. There's not much time left, so we got to make our decisions here quickly, and we're gonna do that right now. So far, so good here. As we watch out for Palantir, put our stop in, see if it goes. Maybe we get a little bit of a flip over or something at 355, but so far so good there on that.
And I just grew.
NVIDIA grew bigger. Okay, we did take. Oh, that's NVIDIA. Sorry, I'll show that in a minute. Just want to say we got it at Netflix right there as soon as it came out. Look how choppy this is off the imbalances. So yeah, good look there. We can talk about Netflix. It grew. Or no, you said NVIDIA.
NVIDIA just grew to 6 points.
It's a sell.
It's a sell.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, and look at it flush. Someone just said, "What's going on with Microsoft?" That was 2.5 million to sell. I think a bunch of it paired off. That's why it just came right back. So this is what can happen. Warthog, which is essential utilities, some nonsense. It was actually in the note And if you look at MSCI, some of the rebalances are in smaller names, but I'm getting out of this in front of 355 because I expect things are going to pair off and flip at that time. So if you're in NVIDIA, you're watching it, the paired volume is 27 million. Right, so the entire imbalance, or sorry, the entire close we're auctioning right now is 33 million shares, of which 5 is the imbalance. So there's a heavy pair here, as opposed to this name, which like half of the volume is unpaired right now, which is why it's moving a bit more. And I still don't know what Oracle D is.
What if you just click it, put it on our screen?
No, it just says Oracle Corp. Whatever, it's some other class of shares. That's not what you'd actually trade. Like this is what we would be trading. Oracle is low now, just waiting for it. Yeah, just moving to the upside slightly. So not much happening in Oracle. So that's 3.5 billion on this Oracle D, but Oracle itself is not moving all that much. Intel still a bit of a buy. Microsoft is still 2.7 to sell, so it didn't really pair that much off. But 8 million paired volume. It's a huge paired volume on Microsoft as well. Ooh, IREN just popped up. 5 million to buy on IREN.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, that's why SMCI gets interesting, because you see all these massive imbalances. Is that one even in the note? Quickly searching. IREN's supposed to be a buy.
Oh.
Yeah, IREN's supposed to be a decent sized buy here. Actually one of the biggest ones. So hopefully it does something. It's not doing anything here though with IREN. It's not breaking VWAP. Yeah, kind of not moving. And we're right at 355, so those could pair off pretty quickly.
Money. I mean, what an afternoon. Google, Netflix, Palantir. This Palantir is monstrous right now. What's up, Adara? Look at Palantir.
Here, guys, NVO and Watch, FDA approving their Sogroya treatment as the first once-weekly long-acting growth hormone for 3 additional pediatric indications. So additional indications being approved for one of NVO's treatments by FDA. Back to you.
Hey guys, I hope you guys saw me, heard me. We talked about hitting the keys on Palantir. I said, let's go. Look what Palantir is doing right now. Palantir is absolutely crushing. This is now $1.37 in the money for this Palantir trade as it continues to go upside. So yeah, just, you know, as we say, this is what it is. And it's everybody, you know, you have the opportunity to sort of punch in there. We heard that Anthropic news. I have no idea what it's doing to Amazon or anything like that. I knew that there it goes upside on Amazon, probably a buy imbalance. We knew there was a threat to Palantir with Anthropic. Then all of a sudden that news comes out. We take the shot, and that's what it's about. There it goes, man. We can write a freaking book on trading that news right there, because there it is. Nice upside play, easy outs for us, easy day. Hold on to this thing, let it run high side, and there it goes. All of a sudden, just like that, man, turns out to be P&L number 1 for me. So there goes Palantir. Huge move to the upside, PLTR. I don't know, like excited for this, and we'll see what it can do on Monday for Palantir.
Yeah, we'll see what that news does on Monday for Palantir. Whether it follows through, we'll see. 55 just hit, so we talk about the major pairing events. WTRG does not pair off, but I still trailed it anyways. AMH, that's probably a nothing burger, and BAX did not see that on the note. IREN did break VWAP, but is now 3.6 million if you happen to be buying. And this is why we show you guys the imbalances. Like sometimes these things don't move at all. Every now and then the imbalances hit at 350. This one was a sell, it came out a sell, and it actually tanked. So again, you just look for the ones that have a significant imbalance that are, usually I like it to be in the direction of the actual note. Apparently we got some more super chats to get to, so if we can throw them up, go right ahead. We only have 2 minutes to go here. Netflix calls from, easy peasy. Thank you, easy peasy. The 0.2% again with the $2. Calls from Grave, 2+. Sell? I don't know. My most recent buy, I'm not getting out of Netflix. I'm holding. I figure if you were buying on the way down, today we just got the news that we wanted, right? So I don't know if I'd be in a rush. I like to hold in Netflix. I think we can get to $100.
Yeah, 105. Okay, Palantir right now, 170. Put up more super chats, man. Swinging T setups like CL. Okay.
Are you talking AT&T?
I guess so.
I'm assuming, Nick, I'm assuming you mean if you put a T, you're just saying AT&T here. Buy the dip in a bit of an up move. It's not usually like the sexiest stock in the world, but you can see the world where it's got the bull flag over the 200 period moving average. It's not always my cup of tea. What does this look like on a higher time frame? I got to look at this on the weekly. It looks okay on the daily. More. Oh, you're buying right into the high on the weekly? Ooh, I usually like either the breakout or be long into it. That's, I don't know, like what's getting this over the hump? I don't know about that one. I wouldn't be sold on AT&T, but again, it is what it is.
I was going to see here if there's anything going on these imbalances. Just to see if there's anything left over as we got to get out. Oh, we still have silver, by the way, that is high-hoeing right now, up to the high of the day. So let's just take a piece out on silver. We're over the moon right now about offer 96s. There it goes. Well, we're over the moon on this Palantir trade. I was not expecting this. This is like just a big like wow right there at the end of the day. So again, congratulations to anybody that you know was trading this one. And yeah, you know, like we just say, this is what I'm sitting here to hopefully make trades and have a good time and have some fun. And we did that today. I feel like a hundy. With Netflix running to the high side, Palantir running to the upside, silver, and everything. So, you know, so far so good here into the afternoon. Thanks to everybody for watching. It's Friday. We're back on Monday at 8 a.m. Only 30 seconds to go right now. The Nasdaq's close to green. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
we were nowhere near
considering where we started, the fact that the Nasdaq is going to close, hopefully at these close enough to the highs. We're probably not going to break 25,000, but there's outside chance we actually could break 25,000 with 20 seconds to go. So, yeah, not that bad a day. Realistically, I always look at it like this way. Late money, you can end down percentage-wise, but late money is better than anything else, especially going into the weekend. The fact that they're buying it, you got to love it. So let's ring this closing bell for the final time in February, because it's also the end of the month. It's not just the end of the day. It's not just the end of the week. It is the end of the month of February. I say it's been a better trading month than January was. I think I've seen that sentiment by a few people as well, and I would tend to agree with it. Although, you know what? I forgot to mention that IPO sucked today. Were you here when it opened?
I didn't know there was one.
No, it was the one from last week.
Yeah, I know you mentioned it, but I don't know the symbol.
It was anyways, only because I'm mentioning it now. I actually had it in front of 15. It opened at 15, it lost 15, it went to like 12 at 11.5. So not a very good IPO, but the big news this afternoon is we could be seeing SpaceX. That's the big news. If SpaceX comes out in March, that's not, we thought we'd get SpaceX this year. Destiny's up, well, actually only up 1%. It kind of gave some of the move back. Yep. But that's huge. It's a huge story. There won't be, you could make an argument that it'll be the biggest IPO this year. Of course, Anthropic could come out this year, but that's not a guarantee. Looks like we are going to get SpaceX this year. So at this point, that seems like it'll be the biggest IPO of the year. And it could be as soon as next month. We'll see how that goes. Some earnings to matriculate to on Monday. One of them will be BBAI, but that's after the bell, I believe.
Yeah, way after the bell. Well, not way after the bell, but yeah, after the bell. Way after trading. So hopefully Big Bear AI can rally back. Let me see if there's any, by the way, Palantir out right there at the close, 137.30s, right where it is right now. So we got a piece out, or the rest of it out right there at the close. I want to see if Big Bear AI went up, because that's good for them too. Yeah, there goes Big Bear AI. Obviously not the same as Palantir, but that was really awesome, man. I hope that was a really good example of trading when news hits, things like that. I think we did a good job of trading when news hits right there and understanding what to do, and then trading with the trend with Netflix near the end of the day. So, all right, what a great week. Thanks, everybody. I hope you have a great weekend. It's Make Your Own Pizza Night in the Katina household, so we'll see how that goes right there. Marissa said she's getting mushrooms. I said, what kind? That joke didn't really go over that well. And then it was just normal shrooms. So enjoy whatever shrooms you guys are having. We'll be putting them on pizza tonight. I like olives on there, pizza. Maybe she got some sopressata. I don't know what she got over there, but black olives.
Huh? Sun-dried tomato?
So I love sun-dried tomatoes. That's all of that, man. All of that.
My daughter doesn't like sun-dried tomato.
Does not?
She likes olives, but she
oh wow, she likes olives. That's a big one.
Oh, she loves olives.
Olives are such a unique taste.
Are you kidding me? We got a charcuterie in Rome, and she just sits there eating the olives.
Great.
I mean, she eats some of the cheese and the meat too, but she eats all the olives.
Yeah. Good. Oh.
Charcuterie is dope. I will go anywhere if they have a charcuterie board. I don't care the restaurant. I'm getting charcuterie, and it's fine.
Right. Exactly.
Boom.
Go charcuterie. Go here.
Yeah, you got to go. I cannot wait till you've. How long have you been here so far, Dara? How many years?
We're going on. It'll actually be 2.5 as of this weekend.
Okay.
On the dot.
What is it, 4 or 5 years?
5?
5 years. Yeah.
5 years, I was told.
Yeah, we're gonna send you to Italy, and you can go there and.
I've been to Italy, actually.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, okay, yeah, but
Maybe
which
I'll
part?
Pardon?
Which part?
Okay, so I went to Naples, Florence. We went for like a while because my mom had like an event thing, so we just went. Naples, Florence,
Any shopping?
Venice, Venetia, and Rome.
Any shopping there in Florence in those markets there?
Like we did a lot of market shopping. Yeah, Naples was someone tried to mug my mom, so Naples was a bit different. But she fought. She was like,
Damn
"No, you're
Italians.
not getting my purse." But yes, it was a fun time though. Florence probably the most fun, like the shopping
Yeah.
and everything. Yeah.
Okay, well, the apartment's in Rome, so.
Yes.
Yeah, so that should be fun there. Okay, thank you so much to everybody. Hope everyone has a great weekend. That's Neil. I'm Sean. That's Joe. That's Joe.
Yeah, Joe's over there.
There he is. Joe, there he goes. You been to Italy, Joe, or? No. Oh, never been across the pond? No. Oh my God, this
Gotta
guy's
get
never
on
left
that,
North
man.
America, this
Gotta get
guy.
on
Okay, yeah, we'll have to get on that for sure as well. All right, thanks everybody. Get ready for the Stone Cold music. We'll see you on Monday.
Peace. It's a true West Indian.